Now, I've always had a problem with words and actions not matching, and especially when it comes down to integrity of any service industry. I've been in retail, the restaurant industry, law enforcement. I owned a gym. Now it's like even in network marketing is probably the biggest service industry I'm involved in right now. I've always had a problem with hypocrisy. Even at a very young age. I've gotten in trouble with the professions I've worked in. There's an article written real briefly. It's a fence post article written about me by Jack Mabley in the Daily Herald, Chicago area in 91, 92, somewhere around there, where I got irritated with our management at Blockbuster Video that I worked at a franchise. And I just didn't like the way that we were treating customers, specifically my manager. So as a kid, you know, as a 16, 17-year-old kid who had no idea how to really handle conflict resolution at work or even know how to shut my mouth and do my job, I wrote a letter to the fence post in the Daily Herald talking about it's our job to always serve the people and this and that. And I saw literally retail checking out, for those who are old enough to remember, the coming up on a Friday night, waiting for the red box to be dropped in for the overnight, you know, the new release, if you will, the red cover. And you come up and even as stupid as that, erasing a $1 late fee, you know, or a rewind fee. I saw videotapes as like customer service on the highest level that a 16, 17-year-old kid could to have. So I was so irritated with how my boss treated people like they were just volume and money and this and that. Now, as time went on, when I became a cop and I saw the truth about how human nature is when you work in that profession, well, yeah, then I agreed with it a little bit more. But I wrote an article and Jack Mabley wrote one back, and that became kind of the evolution of where I am now, where it doesn't matter what profession I am in. If I see stuff that is garbage, then I'm going to address it. I'm very, very, very critical in the three biggest aspects of what I truly find passionate in. One is the martial arts world. The second one is in law enforcement. And then the third one is in network marketing. So when it comes to this, I will attack within and expose all the garbage. And from day one, when I started this channel, that was always the purpose of this channel. Now, if you've been following this for any length of time, you know that many years ago, the anti-MLM people, Julie Joe, Jessica Hickson, CC Suarez, Marco, they started to look at my content and they would criticize my content, right? Which is fine. It circulates everything. I've offered to debate every single one of them. And the only one who ever took me up on it was Marco, and it's on his channel. You can go watch the 2-hour debate we did. They've always held the same position. In the same position, it's a scam. And it doesn't matter what angle you come at them with information, and you can negate everything. Well, 75% of people quit and they say they make no money. And then you present facts that it's a subjective study because it doesn't ever say that every person who said they failed and they made no money, they all worked the same amount of hours. They all had the same skill set. They all had this. They don't talk about how 75% of the people leave and 90% of them didn't even pick up a phone once to do a call to get somebody on the phone. So it's all subjective in their arguments, and they all fall back on one thing. Doesn't matter if you compare and you say, hey, you know, X amount of percentage of businesses close within their first 5 years. Or what about, the standard of NBA recruits that come out of college basketball or whatever? They all come back to the same thing. Well, they don't recruit. Many years ago, like I said, I asked to debate all of them, and they said no. And I want to play a clip from CC Suarez's own words of why she wouldn't debate me. These are her words.
Obviously love Jessica, and so I reached out to him and was like, hey, would you be interested in coming on to my channel and, you know, doing an interview with you and all that? And he said absolutely. But here's the thing, his one stipulation was doing it in like a live stream or a like unedited, and I wouldn't want to do that. And it's not because like make him look bad. Like, no, why would I do that? I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would even send him like the unedited version of it, but I need to be able to take out the dead air. I need to be able to protect my platform.
So CC Suarez gave justification why she refused to debate me. And the reason why I'm bringing her up is because I want to talk about her faux debate between her and Eric Worre. Eric Worre did a debate where nobody would debate him apparently, and he had some people from a conference. Jesse Lee Ward was there. I have never seen her video, and I believe that if you're going to look into researching the network marketing industry, you're going to watch content like hers, and you're going to form a bias. Now, I don't debate stuff I don't know what I'm talking about. And anybody could talk about any subject whatsoever. I've gone extremely hard, and I've played in the mud, and I've gotten personal with the anti-MLM crew because that's what they do. They all do. And you know what? It's a day and age where we just comment. We do commentary on people's content, and I've done it as well too, but they're always talking about Jesse Lee Ward, even after her death, everybody else that's in the network marketing space. Fine. I want to see, and it's always been my stance since day one, and I've offered this. I agree with so much of the passion that the anti-MLM community has. We need to work together to fix the industry. Their viewpoint is, no, we need to get rid of industry, period. Even look at Marco. Marco changed his formula for YouTube again. He's now changed from comedian to rapper to anti-network marketer, now to anti-scammer. They can't stay with one tool of trying to solve a problem in an industry. And this is my point. I want to. So I'm going to play this debate. I want to watch this debate together. I want to listen to this. I want to listen to Eric's explanation. I want to listen to Cece's explanation, who she has self-admitted the longest she's ever spent in a network marketing, multi-level marketing business is 3 days, 72 hours. So I want to hear this together because I want you to hear this stuff. And I want you to you're going to hear both sides, and you're going to be like, oh, and you're going to get the analysis paralysis. And if you're going to go forward in the industry, hopefully this will eradicate some of you who have horrible practices. And this will solidify some of you who are like, man, okay, I do believe in this, but I'm intimidated. These anti-MLM people play up a great job on emotion, which is the same thing that network marketers do when they're scum. So we need to solve these problems. Let's watch this together and listen to this debate and solve some problems.
Friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Chelsea. If you're new here, if you're not new, welcome back. I appreciate you coming back. Follow me across all social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I am CC Suarez across all social media. I also have a podcast that'll be linked down below. I have merch that's also linked down below. If you hear snoring, that is my bulldog Wiggum. He's in the love sack. He's not feeling good today, so we'll end this whole weekend. So basically take your kid to work day here at the Suarez household, even though I work from home and he's always with me. So like, follow, subscribe, comment, all those things. Follow and subscribe mean the same thing, Chelsea. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, a lot of y'all told me that...
Now, to be fair, this is one because I said my stipulation with her to go on her stuff was unedited and live. I will not skip ahead at all in any of her content, and I will play this in its entirety. I will not be a hypocrite on this. That was the reason. If I'm not going to go on their content unless it's fully released, all of my flubs, all of my screw-ups, whatever you name it, get a chance to expose me, or it's live. So she won't debate people, but I'm gonna allow her to speak in her entirety, because I'm not going to be a hypocrite.
At the GoPro Virtual Network Marketing Summit of 2021. Oh, so prestigious. That's Eric Worre, who will get...
And before we continue, clearly, it's a tone she doesn't like it, and that's fine. I will give her every aspect of, you can't stand network marketing. It's a personality thing for you. You get snarky. Oh, it's the GoPro. Awesome. Great. I want to find out everything she says, and I'm going to listen with, all right, did she say something that I don't like because it's not true? Or because I don't like how she said it. So I have to be fair on this. I don't like a lot of what Eric Worre has to say. I don't like 90% of what Chelsea has to say, but I'm going to sit there and give her the benefit of the doubt.
Get into him in a second. That he had 4 of his top people in the network marketing industry. He had them role play as network marketing haters, and then he overcame their objections. Now, at the beginning of this little bit, and I quote, that he's been trying to debate network marketing industry haters for 10 years. And he says that he's reached out to all of them and no one will answer him. So he has to have these people role play. Well, I have not received a tweet, a text, a carrier pigeon, a call, a smoke signal, an email. I haven't received
This is untrue. There's actually, I don't recall which video, so somebody would have to, this is trying to disprove a negative. There is a Eric Worre invited personally Chelsea to debate. She refused. She declined, or she didn't respond. End of story. So I don't know if it was before this video, after this video. She has been offered debates. This is, so at the time of this, it could have been true, but no. And all she has to do is debate and have a conversation with him. But she still hasn't to this day.
Nothing from Eric Worre or anyone associated with him. So I decided I'm going to take it upon myself to essentially debate him and all of his beautiful rebuttals that he has to all of these MLM hater objections. I have not had to grab a notebook and a pen in a bit. And y'all know, if you've been here for a while, you've been here since like 20,000 subscribers, you know, when I'm taking notes, I'm getting serious. Welcome to my great debate. Eric Worre, you didn't call me.
No notes, free flowing it. Not going to pause this at all. Not accessing my computer, going off the top of my head for this one. So we'll see how this goes.
You didn't even have the decency to send me a smoke signal. Or a fucking no Morse code. Not even a candygram. Ooh, candygram. I want one. I'm going to give you this gift of me completely destroying you. And you don't even have to do anything. You don't even have to be there, dress up, nothing. It's going to be glorious. Now, you might be thinking, Chelsea, who the fuck is Eric Worre? Same. Eric Worre, according to his LinkedIn page, you can find out a lot about someone on LinkedIn, and even more if they don't have a LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, he used to be in a couple different MLMs. He's been in the industry for quite a while, over 20-ish years. Actually, it's like over 30. Yeah, over like 30 years. So he has experience. He has experience. This is his area of expertise. Now, you can have an area of expertise. Doesn't mean you're necessarily an expert on it. Doesn't mean you're actually good at it. But a lot of times, and this is just my opinion, what can happen is when someone is in a certain field and they don't see great success with it, they will pivot to consulting in that.
Now, she's right on that. And I've called Eric out that for a long time. I have never met Eric. I don't know Eric. I don't even know what company he's in. You could see online his net worth is about $40 million. There is consulting. The one aspect I would kind of debate her on that is, at what point did he switch to consulting? There's a point in time where the network marketing is so exhausting where you're like, my God, I teach martial arts, right? And there was a 5-year layoff time where I'm like, I am so tired of these people who show up late to class. They whine. I give them assignments. They clearly didn't train it. It's like, you know what? I'm just going to go on YouTube instead, and I'm going to give videos that'll be up in perpetuity instead of actually dealing with people one-on-one. So I can understand what Eric is doing. It's like, there's a time where you're like, man, you guys just don't want to listen. I'm tired of recruiting, nonstop rebuilding my team, all of this. And I just want to sit there, and I'm going to take advantage of it. If most people only come in for a few months, why would I not? Why would I not sell programs for the people who are just going to do the 90% of the people going to come in, do the business, and then leave? Why am I focused on the 10% who are actually going to stay? So it's capitalism. All of these ladies in network marketing, or the anti-MLM crew, they produce nothing. They're nothing. They're geniuses. All of them take the work of other people and critique it on their YouTube channel in an echo chamber and create money. You can't hate them. They're brilliant. It's amazing. But I will pose this one question when it comes to Eric Worre. The most successful, powerful, brilliant network marketer in the history of this industry is Jessie Lee Ward. She always will be. There's no question about it. She has said many, many times, Eric Worre is her mentor. Eric Worre helped build her. Eric Worre, X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to take that as face value. If you're going to question his ability, not for nothing, even Jessie Lee Ward said that he built her. So that's my standard of Eric Worre's qualification in this industry.
Field or coaching in that field. I see where I'm going with this. So Eric Worre now is like the CEO of, or president, owner, whatever, of GoPro Productions, GoPro Network Marketing, this conglomerate basically that is all about network marketing and education when it comes to network marketing.
And again, if you're watching the video, you could see the bias in her tone. She's not open-minded. Keep that in mind as you go forward. She just does not like the industry. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with it, but I want to keep you, if you're going to be latching on to a personality as you continue, mine, Eric's, hers, one of them, keep in mind, are you biased because of how it's presented or what is actually said?
Marketing. So he's written books, like multiple books, I believe. In network marketing, you will always see someone reading a book by him, essentially. It's insane.
I never have.
Now, he also has this like mastermind group where you have to not only spend about $25,000 to get into it, for what? But you also have to be a six-figure earner within your own MLM. It's crazy. But then also being a part.
Those are called standards. I will never work with anyone again if I teach Wing Chun who does not dedicate and commit to X amount of days a week. My tuition is double what it was when I was teaching years ago. There's a standard. I want a certain type of person who is going to achieve because they want to, not because I'm trying to pull teeth to do it. Think about this with your network marketing business when you go to recruit. It's okay to tell people, I'm sorry, I just do not think you'd be a good fit for me. Your standards are not as high as mine. So this is a younger generation. I'm going to be 50. This is I think she's in her 30s at this point. Younger generation, typical. Everybody thinks that they're owed something and it's got to be even across the board. No, there has to be a standard. And if you want excellence, get rid of the weak-minded, get rid of those without work ethic, get rid of those who have not done anything. If I wanted to learn, if I knew for certain that Eric Worre's methodology, well, holy cow. I mean, Eric, he created Jesse Lee Ward. I want to go work with him. He's like, you're not a top $100,000 earner in your company. You bet your ass I'm going to sit there and go, all right, boom, 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 boom. I want this. However, for me, just seeing what the old ways of network marketing was, I just don't agree with it. And it's not a direction I'm going to take to change the game and change the industry of network marketing.
Part of that is like some type of flex within an MLM. It's very strange. Listen, if I'm making 100K, it's not profit. Keep that in mind. But if I'm making 100K a year, I'm sure as fuck not gonna bump that down to 75,000 gross annual income by giving him 25,000 of it. I'm sure as hell not gonna do that. No, why would I do that? So
you would do it because if it was somebody who taught you how to make YouTube videos and it was proven success, and they're like, no, every one of your YouTube videos is gonna have $1 million. It's gonna cost you $25,000 to learn under me. You'd do it. And when it comes up to the status too. Home buying, car buying. Well, if you make $14 an hour and you're not going to get approved for a $350,000 mortgage loan. So I don't know why. And here's where the anti-MLM community always debates the points that you're debating. Well, those are tangible items. You know what? Put a price tag on knowledge. It is what it is. You know, like I said, I've been teaching a certain martial art training and teaching it since 1996. I've been a folk style wrestler since 1988. Put those two together, it's what I teach, right? How do you know that the information I'm going to give you can apply? That's a risk we all take in education. You go to a college, you spend all that tuition, you might get it. Whether or not you can apply it and translate it into the world, how do you not you just didn't blow $150,000 a year? So keep in mind, all of their arguments are subjective to the ability of the person who takes the information and whether or not they can apply it.
Oh, let's go ahead and debunk this tomfoolery.
Eric, tell me something. Aren't you ashamed to scam people every day? How do you go to bed at night and sleep when you know very well that only few people at the top make money and everybody else is just making you rich?
Everybody's making me rich, only a few people making money. That's what you're thinking? Let me explain to you how this works inside of our network marketing profession. Everyone who joins network marketing is at the top. Everyone's CEO of their own company. Everyone's chairman of the board of their own business. What they decide to build from it is up to them. The amount of people that they want to build within their team, that's up to them. What we provide is an opportunity for people to be able to express their entrepreneurial dreams. Some people are not willing to do what's necessary to build a business.
Okay, so what I've done is I have the question or the objection on one side and then his answer on this side. What y'all are probably thinking is the same thing I was thinking when I first watched this, which I watched it through all the way first to make sure it was actually like worth making a video on. And
this is the first time I'm seeing this ever. I know I caught snippets of it. I've searched Eric's site. I've searched Jesse Lee Ward's site. I just couldn't find it. Chelsea's the only one who has it. If it was out there, I would have loved to do it. But this, I think, is more convenient because it's not as biased. It's just me giving my own opinions on it.
And then this time I'm actually, listening and dissecting everything live not live, but, in real time with you. By the time he got to like the last sentence, I'm like, sir, you just said a bunch of shit that like was skirting around what she asked. So the question was, first of all, how do you sleep at night knowing you're scamming a bunch of people and only people at the top are making money? So let's kind of reframe that to, I'm sure what they're trying to say is only the people at the top. The thing is that it's not the people at the top, it's the 1%, right? So that's per the FTC. And then per the AARP, they did a more recent study that says...
I'm glad she actually defined that because it's not the people at the top. And what Eric was saying is you are the top of your own pyramid because everything's a structure, right? I have a woman above me. She's been my mentor for a decade plus, and she's been with the company for over 20 years, right? She's the top of her own. The people I bring in, they're the top of their own. The point being is one day my mentor could say, I'm just not doing this anymore. I'm done. I just don't have the passion for it anymore. I will still be the top of my company, of my portion of the business that we're in. So he said that, and I appreciate her saying that it's not just the people at the top, it's the 1%.
The average loss is anywhere from, I believe it's like 75%. And obviously we'll have a link down below too, but it's like 75% to like 99% of people lose money in MLMs. Now keep in mind, that's even if someone made like $1. Okay. I don't consider making $1 making money or being successful in network marketing because that's not.
Okay. You don't consider that. That's fine. You don't consider that. They still made money, right? This is where they get you. And I'm glad she said that. That's fine. When she says 75%, and I've argued this with many people, either on a video or the one debate with Marco, it's subjective because they do not list. If you have 100 people in network marketing and 75 of them say it's a scam, I didn't make money, that's the limit. There's no follow-up questions. They take it as face value. Nobody ever asks, okay, when did you quit? 6 months into the business? 6 weeks into the business? 5 years into the business? Nobody ever asks that. And then they don't follow up with, how many hours a day did you work? 2 hours a month? How many days a month did you work? Oh, 2 days? They never asked that. They never asked how much work, and the work is subjective because you could be thinking that, oh my God, you're busting your butt doing stuff and you're actually not. They never talk about that. So I appreciate the fact that she just admitted that out loud. If you made based on their own argument, 75% of people don't make money. But if you make $1, I still don't consider, no, you made money. That is making money. That goes into the standard where they always leverage success as network marketing as being a millionaire. This is where their hypocrisy, they will never admit it. So you can subjectively say, well, I don't agree with the fact if you made $1, you're not successful. And I've always said a car payment is the standard of success in network marketing. If you have to spend, because you have to buy your product every month or your service, if you have to spend $200 a month, but you're making $700 a month, which is now $500 a month, and you could cover your car note and insurance, you are successful at network marketing. They say, well, no, it's the millionaire status. Nowhere did anyone say that outside of the scumbags who are pushing the industry the wrong way. So I respect her for acknowledging this, putting it up in video. She said 75% of people drop out of network marketing, say they didn't make money. There is no literature. There's no bank statements. There is no anything to prove their theory or their statement. It's just people saying I dropped out because I didn't make money. That's all they say. There's never any follow-up. But according to her, if somebody makes $20 a month or even $1 a month or whatever, they didn't make money. So you need to keep that in mind when she goes forward, because she just now exposed herself as everything is a bias and her facts are going to be skewed towards her personal opinion as somebody who never did the business and was in the industry for 3 days, according to herself.
Not what you're promised when you join, or what you're enticed with, right? Maybe you're not promised anything, but what you're enticed with. So his rebuttal to that, because what I actually would have said is what I just said. How are you okay with that? How are you okay with the failure rate being so high? I mean, the failure rate is extremely high, and such a small amount of people make money doing this.
Again, failure is subjective. If you came in and somebody told you, like they told me, dude, you're going to make 6 figures in your first 6 months. I remember hearing that from a wonderful human being who passed away. The guy was awesome. And I'm like, dude, no, man, that's not going to happen. If that's the case, and I was dumb enough to believe it, and then I dropped out, well, I quit. There's no failure. In network marketing, there's really no failing. It's quitting. It's all right. I'm not seeing the results I want. I'm going to quit. I'm not a millionaire yet. I've been in this business since 2012. I'm not a millionaire. I have no intention on quitting. I make money. I enjoy it. I'm going to continue. So everything is subjective. There are people out there who wouldn't last 12 days. I got to call. I got to do this. I got to do that. They fail. They drop out. So they take the people who exit the business as failing. Remember, there's nothing. And to put this last point in it, CC did reference a study once that was from Wisconsin in the 80s that was done from a poll of 20,000 people. That was her poll that referenced why the high failure rate, what it was. So every time they say these failure rates, it's 75% failure rate, ask, show me the information, not just the study. Okay, you got 75% of people said they didn't make money. Explain. How didn't they make money? How little money do they make? Where's their bank statements? How much money do they spend a month to do their business? What did it cost them? Did it cost them $1,000 a month to do it? And they couldn't. They were only making $50 a month. How long did they last for it? How much did they work? How many hours did they put in? What was their knowledge base? There are so many factors that go into this that they will just never admit to. And they always come back to one thing. It's a scam. So if we're going to be fair, we have to talk about that, and they never will.
And for them to make a bunch of money doing this, they have to recruit people, and people below them are actively losing money. So that's always how it will be. People are losing money below you for you to be making money.
People below you are losing money for you to make money. That's subjective. What's losing money? Because now in the pyramid scam that is illegal in the United States, you exchange money for a spot. It's like a cover charge. You get nothing but air. Hey, Chelsea, you give me $200. Go out and get 2 people and get them to give you $200. You're going to keep 50 a piece. You're going to give me the 150. They're going to repeat that. They're going to repeat that. They're going to repeat that, right? That's losing money. That's losing money. When it comes to this, Chelsea, I bring you into my business. If you choose to do the business, you're going to pay an enrollment fee. And for our specific company, it's less than $100. So if you pay $99 and never do anything, you lost $99. So mathematically speaking, if you leave, then she's right. You lost money. You lost $99. But the way they say this is that it's just they're constantly draining bank accounts to make the people above them rich. Every month with my business, now once a year, I have to pay my renew fee, and that pays for my back office, all the stuff that the company keeps going on. Every month, it's not mandatory with my company, but I do. I purchase my own products for my company. I get 2 orders every month. They come in. It roughly costs me about $250 every month. Now, if I make no money whatsoever, I didn't lose $250 a month. I spent it in a product I take, I believe in, I enjoy, and I believe benefits me. I feel better. There's some functioning better. My life is kind of, there's some I can't give you testimonials, but how did I lose money? My upline, she's always going to get points from my monthly renewal transaction, but I didn't lose any money. And this is how it is for a normal standard of network marketing people. You spend money, but you're getting your product or your service every month. So I don't understand when she says this, she's being disingenuous. And again, somebody who only spent 3 days in the industry and is going off what everyone else says, doesn't know what she's talking about. Am I making my upline rich? I'm giving her points to qualify for what she makes every month. Okay, I guess I'm making her money. But every month, I'm still getting $250 worth of product from my company that I love. I'm not losing money. So let's continue.
Always be bottom heavy. How are you okay with that? So his answer is everyone who joins network marketing is at the top. No, sir, no. The person who recruited them will always be above them. Now, sure, you can outrank the person above you, but typically, if you rank up, they rank up. Sure, you can maybe sell more products than them or recruit more people than them, and you could out-earn them in like a month or so or whatever. Sure, but it's not how that works, right? I mean, that's just not everyone's at the top. That's literally mathematically impossible.
She can't even explain it. And he didn't say they're at the top. They're at the top of their own pyramid, and and it's a pyramid structure. I don't know why we deny that. They are at the top. I was enrolled by a woman that I've known for over 10 years, and she's above me. She outranks me. There's someday I'm going to outrank her. I tell her this all the time. I will still always be under her, but all the people who are under me that I personally recruited, I'm at the top of them. I'm at the top of the network I built in my independent leg of network marketing. It's not that hard to decipher. I will never make. I could, I guess. Our main guy, I don't want to say his name because I don't want to represent the company in this, but he's been at this company for 40 plus years. Maybe in 20 years I can outdo him. I don't think I'll ever outdo his business because that would take, maybe 30 years of my life to do. Mathematically, sure I can, but I'm not going to be. I don't understand her argument. If she's saying top, well, that her argument is the time you joined in. Well, if the company opens up tomorrow and 5 people get in, they're always going to be at the top of what she's describing. Yes, you are the top of your organization for the network marketing company that you came in at your status. It's very simple. I do not know why this is such a bone of contention for them, why they just can't understand. You're the top of the organization you choose to build. My upline, my mentor will always be above me physically in the structure, and that's it. It's not a big deal to me at all. But guess what? If she drops out, her drops out, all this, I'm still going to be at the same status. It doesn't bump me up any level towards anything closer to getting at the top of what she says.
So no, not everyone is at the top rank of network marketing.
No. He didn't say top rank. Thank you. He didn't say top rank. He said top. So no, you lost this. It's the top of the pyramid where you start recruiting people underneath you.
Always has to be below you in network marketing. It is a recruitment-based business model. Okay, so I just destroyed him on that. Everyone is...
No, Chelsea, you didn't. You did not hear what he said. You lost the argument on the status and the definition of people who dropped out, how they lose money to keep people above them upended, and the top by your definition versus what his definition actually was. So just to recap on these points, no, you do not constantly lose money if you're in a legitimate network marketing business because you are paying for a product or a service you are getting every month. So there's value that you're exchanging. You want to say every year you have to pay a re-up fee like I do? Oh God, I'm out $50-$60 every year. Oh, I lost that. Okay, divide that by 12, and that's your dollar for the month that you're going to lose. She lost on the top position because she had a different definition than him. He didn't say everybody's at the top rank. You were at the top position. And yes, you want people to outrank you. I would love for the people I brought in to outrank me because I'd still make money and I'd make more money because of that. And they pass me in rank, but they don't pass me in organization structure because they've got their own team, which they're in the top of. It's really not that hard to look at. It's just a pyramid structure.
Is the CEO of their company. Everyone is chairman of the board of their own biz. I wrote biz because I was going fast. No, they're not. You are a salesperson. You're not the chairman of anything. You're not the CEO. No, you're not. You don't own anything. And that's another rebuttal that they're going to bring up or an objection that they're going to bring up in a minute. But you don't. You can be fired at any moment. I don't know about these other people. And that black guy's so cute. Like he deserves so much better. I mean, good for him that he's making money, but also not good for him because at what cost? How many people has he screwed over? Knowingly or unknowingly. Ignorance does not equal innocence. Everyone is the CEO of their own company. No, you're a salesperson. Everyone is chairman of the board of their own business. No, unless they've set up a business entity, an S corporation, or set up an LLC and structured it as an S corporation or a C corp. I surely fucking hope none of these people. No, please, for the love of God, do not structure your business as a C corporation if you're in an MLM. Ugh, dummies. Actually, you know what? You deserve it if you're dumb enough to do that. You deserve those tax implications. Yikes.
One of the reasons that I actually took that approach, and I like it, but I do strongly suggest people look at this as a job, it's the pride factor versus the work ethic in it. I tell people all the time, too, yeah, you are your own franchise, 100%. I'm a franchise representative of X, Y, and Z. No, you don't own a building, blah, 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 blah. I'm so tired of this argument. And then you'll get they want to fight tooth and nail for semantics. They're the same type of people that would go up to a kid that's got a lemonade stand and say you'd shit all over them. You don't own your own business. Great, we get it. You want to die tooth and claw when we're talking about the principal mindset to being a business owner so that the people will kick up the responsibility. There's two types of people that actually work well when it comes to being entrepreneurs. It is people who can own their own business. I am not that person. I'm a fucking worker bee. I'm an ant. I'm a drone. Give me assignments, I go after it. I'm in the network marketing space and I love it. It's my job. If I don't look at it as my job, I won't pick up the phone. I won't slide in the DMs. I won't have conversations. And it's as simple as that. But I appreciate the structure of, yeah, this is my franchise. There's a pride in it. There's a responsibility in it. So they always do this. You don't own your own whatever. Great. I don't know if Chelsea has set up her YouTube channel as an S Corp or as an LLC, or what happens the day that YouTube doesn't like something that she says and she just, maybe she doesn't say I own my own YouTube channel. Great. It's all semantics. I appreciate it. We'll just move on from there because it's they love to shit on the emotions of everybody who's going to come in with any type of pride for this industry. So from my point of view, there's somewhat of an alignment with her. I think that everybody should look at this as a job. You are a salesperson, 100%. Your job is to sell, sell, sell. You sell the business and you sell the product or the service. End of story. Later on, look at yourself as a business owner. But for right now, let them have this victory. Go, okay, you're right. I'm not a franchise owner. I don't go to a building every day and do whatever. Blah, blah. Whatever. You want that victory? Have at it.
So the chairman of the board, you're only going to have chairman or board members if you're an S corporation or a C corporation.
We get
what? It. Most people in MLMs do not make enough money to even have it make sense for them to register an LLC or have it structured as anything more than a partnership, a multi-member LLC, or a sole proprietorship, a single member LLC. What they decide to build with it is up to them. You know what? I want to recruit 47,000 people into my downline. I decided it. It's up to me. No, it's not. It's up to your downline. Your success is up to your downline. I could recruit 70 people right below me, but if those people don't work, I'm getting nothing. They decide how to build their team. That's up to them. Is it up to you or is it up to your downline? What we provide.
I agree with her on that. There's a lot of BS. All you have to do is believe and decide, and that she's actually right on this one. It blows me away. No, you're talking about human beings. Free will. People who actually could sit there and you're all hyped up one day and then 6 months later, they're not even returning your calls anymore and they've disappeared. So there's a lot of truth in what she's saying on this. If you are not, and this is how I solve that problem, is I'm tired of thinking that my downline owes me anything. My downline gets annoyed with me because I'm always, what do you need? What can I do for you? What's going on here? What do you need today? Can I sell for you? Can this and that? Well, no, I told you I take this seriously. What can I do for you? So I go to my downline all the time. I'm not expecting them to come to me anymore because I know how lazy people are and how they just don't want to get involved. They don't want to do anything. So I will agree with her on this. It's not up to you. It's up to the people you bring in and your relationship and your working ethic with them.
First of all, bitch, who's we? Is an opportunity for people to express their entrepreneurial dreams. What? What in the Keith Raniere did you just say? No. Entrepreneurial dreams, you're not an entrepreneur if you join an MLM. You're not. Look up the definition.
Entrepreneur, a person who organizes and operates a business or businesses taking greater than normal financial risks in order to do so. Well, they are then. Because didn't you say that a majority of people who get involved with network marketing lose money every month? So, I mean, if we're going to do the semantics game, doesn't that really fit the definition of what you just said of greater financial, taking on greater normal financial risks in order to do so? So if I saw your video and I still chose to do this, I am taking a greater than normal risk, financial risk, in order to operate a business. My business is sales. I'm operating into sales as an independent contractor. I'm an entrepreneur. Can you not read? I know. Okay, we're going to keep moving on. But no, you are wrong. You lost this one too.
Definition of entrepreneur, because that's not what it is. It does not say salesperson in an MLM. Some people aren't willing to do what it takes to build a business. So that last sentence right there, that is his rebuttal to the objection, or to the point rather, most people lose money. His rebuttal, his brilliant rebuttal that he thinks is so good, is some people aren't willing to do what it takes to build a business.
They're not.
Eric, my guy, you're not building a business, you're recruiting people. So you're saying that some people just don't know what it takes, or don't want to do what it takes, don't want to make the sacrifices.
You can see how this goes on and on and on. So that means that Chelsea's business is her job, where she makes money, is to do video reviews all day long. She builds nothing. Her business, like if somebody says, what do you do for work? What's your business? Is she going to go, oh, no, I don't really have a business. I'm a YouTube content creator. I don't have a business. Is she going to say that same thing? Because your job literally is to put makeup on as you are speaking over the content of what everybody does. You literally create nothing. You use makeup that was not created by you. You speak into equipment that wasn't built by you. You give reviews or your opinions. You're doing editorials on the work other people have done, and you make money. Is that your business? What are you creating? I mean, their definition fits so many people out there in the world. I mean, for the love of God, still, I guess stand-up comedians don't make money because making people laugh isn't building a business. Teachers, they're just passing on knowledge, isn't a business. You know, it's you're an employee. Fine. If that's the case, then we could just end it here. I'm in sales. And you could see, you want to eliminate these arguments from these people. So if somebody goes, don't do this. Don't go up to them and go, I own a business. I'm a network marketing professional. No, I'm a sales professional. I'm in the network marketing space. What do you sell? This is the business I'm in. This is my company. Keep it there. Take the wind out of their sails. Fine. You want to die on the hill that you want to insult people who have pride in what they do and elevate themselves in their mind to being a business owner so it has integrity? Fine. That's fine. You in your pajamas, put on makeup, and you complain about what other people do. That's your business.
Is to try to recruit people, to work constantly, to pester people, to try to recruit people into a failed and very flawed system.
Subjective.
Absolutely not.
No.
It's oversaturated.
The system is not flawed. The system is the simplest there is in capitalism. You sell a product. You sell people on the idea to sell the product as well. That's it. The methodology, the lack of integrity, the delivery of how it's been for decades is flawed. The system itself, here's a product, cell phone cases, I've got to sell them. Oh, hey, listen, I've got a whole batch here. In order for me to make more money, I'm going to recruit you to sell them too. That's network marketing. I don't know what the problem is. If I say, hey, listen, you're going to grow 6 inches. You're going to be 5'12" by the time you get done with this. And you're going to lose 50 pounds. And you're going to have the greatest relationship on the planet. And your bank account's going to have 7 circles behind it or zeros behind it. Oh, then I'm manipulating. So the system is not flawed. The system is the simplest in the world. I sell a product and I sell the idea for somebody else to sell the product. That's it. The methodology is flawed.
Saturated. It's extremely manipulative. And what you're saying does not make sense.
I'm going to back up. I'm sorry, she's bratching over things. She just said it's saturated, oversaturated. How can it be oversaturated if 75% of people are dropping out all the time? If the industry is constantly have people bringing in and then they're dropping out, Doesn't that mean that 75% of new people can be influenced and recruited by somebody who actually knows what they're doing, retrained, see it from a different angle? Those spots are opened up. It creates more people. You're just automatically thinking those people are going to come in, never going to do it again. You have no idea how many people do it, have a horrible experience, believe in the system, want to try it again, and they go back into it. So again, it's not saturated according to your own words.
The whole people just aren't working hard enough is such bullshit. There are people who work so hard.
Subjective.
Multiple people who were on Jessie Lee's team, who were in her downline, are losing money, are making less than $20,000 a year, and they're working their ass off. I've seen.
What are they spending? And you're talking about Erin Buys or Erin B's, whatever her name is. 100%. What did she spend? What did she spend in marketing tools? Is that a write-off now because Erin was smart enough to structure her business a certain way for tax purposes? She's only making $20,000 a year. What in relation to hours is that she's working? You never talk about that. You never talk about that at all. And what is she spending? If she's spending $50 a month to make $20,000 a year, and then you deduct that from that, she's not losing money. If she's working, if I have to recruit somebody, am I losing money? Where if I make, and you're going to break it down hourly, right? If I make $100 commission off of a sale, but I had to spend 10 hours to sell somebody to do it, you might think that I lost money based on the hourly breakdown. Well, you're only making X amount of dollars an hour. That's subjective. To me, maybe it was worth it. It's all put on the value of worth. That's what no one talks about. They don't talk about the worth of the end result of the people who left or the people who stayed. It's all subjective in the eyes of the person who only did network marketing for 3 days and now claims they're smoking Eric Worre in this debate.
What they do. They work their ass off and they're making less than $20,000 a year. I don't know why it's significantly less than $20K a year is because their out-of-pocket costs. It's so fucking expensive. So yeah, but you want to say those people are.
So you're telling me Erin was spending $21,000 a year to make $20,000 a year? Then wouldn't that be a case of, ooh, I just don't need to spend that much money. Now here's what a lot of people don't know, and I've done a video on this. Here's the lie. And Erin actually exposed herself on an interview she did with Always Marco. She said it. It's on his video, and I put it up on mine. Erin talks about, she was directly under Jessie Lee Ward. Erin had opened up 2 different lines on her team, which apparently is a violation of integrity in the company. Can't do it. And she was spending 2 lines of products, hers and then some fake representative to pad her stats as numbers. But you won't admit that, will you? Erin did. It's on my YouTube channel, and it's on Marco's YouTube channel out of Erin's own mouth. So if Erin spent $20,000, $21,000 to make only $20,000 and she lost money, then that means she only technically had to spend $10,000, according to the math on that, right? Because she admitted that she opened up dual line. Her words were multiple lines. So I don't know if it was just one. So get the facts right. Again, you lost this point. We have a lot of ground to cover here.
Aren't working hard enough. Okay.
And I love that you had the audacity to say that these are business owners, because none of you own anything. Mm-hmm. You are not a CEO. You don't make a business decision. You don't make product decisions. You don't make nothing. You know what? You get paid whatever they feel like paying you. So I've had enough of this. They just lie. They're in a cult.
So do you want?
It's a cult, for sure.
For sure.
Don't try to answer the question.
Okay, don't try to answer. So here's the thing. Let's talk about what you own and what you don't.
I would love to hear. I don't know about y'all. I'd love to hear this.
Let's talk about
it.
Can't wait.
If you start a dry cleaning business, what do you own?
Okay, so the question or statement rather was they aren't business owners. They don't own anything. And now he's about to go into this great monologue about owning a dry cleaning business. So he says
I'll let her talk. You're a salesperson. Just get that through your head. You are a sales representative for the company you work for. End of story. Eliminate this part of the frustration that you're going to have because you're going to be arguing with people who just don't think that you're good enough to qualify yourself as a business owner in their eyes. I've covered it already.
You own a dry cleaning business. What do you own?
I own all of it.
Do you own the building? Do you own the employees?
The machines.
You might own the machines, but you probably are indebted to those machines. You probably had to finance those machines. You probably had to finance the mortgage. You probably had to take care of all these different employees. What do you really own? Maybe the name of that dry cleaning service, you might own that. But the rest of it, for most business owners, the business owns them. Here, what you have, here's what you don't have in a network marketing business. You don't have to deal with products, warehouses, accounting, regulatory issues, bricks and mortar, employees, HR issues, all of those things. You don't have to own any of that. All you get to do is sell products using word of mouth advertising, recruit a team of people doing the same thing.
I'm so glad you brought up recruiting. We'll get there.
Oh, yeah, recruit.
Let's talk about
That's
recruiting.
the only
Jesus Christ. Okay, so all right, so his answer, rather his point to the statement or question of, or rather the argument of they aren't business owners, which they aren't. I feel like Jessie Lee's been, watching my videos. Looks like she's maybe retained some information. They own nothing. And he said, well, with a dry cleaning business, what do you own? You don't own the building. What about the machines? What about the name of the company? I mean, typically, yeah, if you have a brick and mortar, a store, you're not going to own the building. Usually you're going to lease it. That would kind of be dumb of you to own the building, but that's okay. And he said, you're probably in debt because of the machines. Well, yeah, I mean, at first, okay, that's understandable. Do you own the employees? No, Eric. That would be slavery. What the fuck? No, you don't own the employees, just like in network marketing. You don't own your downline, dumbass. And then he goes into this tangent, rather not a tangent. He goes into the point of with network marketing, you don't have to worry about all that. You don't have to worry about a brick and mortar. You don't have to worry about accounting. Yeah, you do. You still have to worry about accounting because that's reported income. So yeah, buddy, you have to worry about accounting. You don't have to worry.
Yeah, Chelsea, those are your personal taxes at the end of the year. All the transactions are done. When I place an order for the company I'm with, they're the ones who take the credit card information, process it, and deal with their inventory on their end. Again, she's just stretching this out to demean. That's all this is. This is demeaning the personal status somebody has. If I want to say I'm a business owner and you don't, great, awesome. Hey, have a great damn day. This is one of these things. Don't get involved with these people who are arguing at this point. Hey, I'm a personal franchise owner with X company, blah, blah, blah. No, you're not. Awesome. I appreciate that. Have a great day, man. Talk to you later on. That's all you do.
Worry about products. Yes, you do. You should have product knowledge, and you're selling a product. You should know what you're.
Again, Chelsea, he didn't say not worry about product knowledge. He talks about shipping, storing, return process. That's what he's talking about. Again, just continue, please continue.
You're selling, and with the person you're answering, with Jessie Lee, yes, she has you by trials. So yes, you have to worry about products, new launches, things like that. You don't have to worry about HR. If you have a downline or an organization, if you have a downline, I mean, yeah, you kind of do have to keep the peace a bit. So yeah, you kind of do have to worry about HR. Also,
so if you have to worry about HR, does that mean you have a business? Again, these are children who this is the generation. This is why I think that actual new people service, instead of just listening to kids online talk about stuff that they have no worldly experience on, this is how you change network marketing. This is a bunch of kids who this is all they do. The camera. And just putting projections and conjecture out for stuff that they don't know based off of a personal opinion. So she just answered her own question. If you're not a business, well then, yeah, you don't need an HR. But, so if having an HR is, well, you got to kind of keep the peace. So that's semantics. Okay, great. Then if I'm going to keep the peace and that's HR, then I own a business. This is why they won't debate me.
It's very interesting that he's bringing up a business that is something that has to be brick and mortar. It has to be there, right? It's not something that can be virtual. And in this day and age, I mean, that's kind of silly that he's doing that. And there's a lot of things that you can do where you can make a fudge ton of money, and yet you don't have to leave your house. For instance, being an influencer. And then there's also, which I fucking do have to worry about, accounting. Everyone should worry about accounting. And fucking payroll. Oh my God. So it's just interesting that
I love how This shows their inability. She has a near 200,000 subscriber channel, and she pays people to edit her videos and whatnot. I operate 5 entities: Izzo Wing Chun, Officer Dominic Izzo on YouTube, this channel, The Bull of MLM, and God Created Woman podcast, Rants of Izzo show, and all those go out in audio format as well too. And those are just my content stuff. I think I even may be missing one. I have no employees for payroll. I do everything on my own. So, and not to mention the fact I do physical. I coach wrestling physical, teach martial arts physical. I still do other things physically. So again, you got a payroll. Okay. Then it's a clear indication of a younger person's personality, why they can't understand the multitasking entrepreneurial aspect of network marketing and how dynamic it is. So, I mean, it does boil down to life experience and ability to critical think when you're going to form an argument.
He's talking about something that's so brick and mortar, and realistically it's boy, what are you talking about? When you're first starting a business and you truly are a startup. So how many of y'all own a startup business that is a brick and mortar that absolutely has to be? So anyone that I know that has a brick and mortar startup business, let's say 3 of my favorite ones. So candle pour. It's a beautiful concept. You literally pick out the scents, and they can help you too, because sometimes people will pick stuff that smells disgusting together. But then you make your own candles. It's such a cool idea for date night. It's amazing. One of my mom's best friend's sons, I call them family. They're like my other siblings. They own it and they are amazing. They actually just opened up their second location. So fucking proud of them. It's called the Candle Pour in Tampa. If you're in the Tampa Bay area, they have 2 locations, please go. So when they first started, it was just them 2. They were working every single day, both of them. And it was just them before they hired employees, before it became more successful to where it made sense to hire employees and more employees and more employees. Now they have a full ass team. They are amazing. What's another one? And then Hazel and Dot, a great boutique in Tampa. I had someone say it's boutique, not boutique. Boutique. I call it a gift shop. It's so good. They have decor.
I said I wouldn't edit her. I promised her, because I don't want to be a hypocrite. So plug this company, check them out. I'm all about small American businesses and promoting others. So enjoy this free advertisement plug.
Whenever I want to get a present for someone, I go there. It's amazing. Jewelry, fucking pillows. It's great. So that place is amazing. And for one of her first employees was me. And then I worked there part-time, right when I first started my YouTube channel, which is funny because I got bored and needed money. So she now has 2 other employees. And one of my best friends, Sai,
so you continued on building your YouTube channel while working a part-time job instead of quitting YouTube and saying it was a scam, right? We're just continuing.
owns a clothing boutique in Tampa, here in South Tampa, in South Tampa. And it's amazing. I get almost all the cute ass clothes y'all see me wear are from there. Mostly all my comfy clothes are from Target or Amazon. But it's basically just her. A lot of times I'll go in there and work, and I literally work for a discount or work for clothes. And then again, when I get bored, and then
you can't be serious. She works for a discount or works for clothes. So you're losing money working, right? I hope to God that you're this far into the video, you see the brilliance of what she just said. So network marketing, people they're losing money. But they have to spend money on a product or a service to elevate their upline. She is working for free for someone at a boutique or whatever she said it was, for discounts or clothing to elevate their business. You can't make this up. And here's where they will come back. Yeah, well, she's not recruiting. That's all, guys. This is their argument all the time.
Her son will work sometimes, and then her mom will work sometimes, but there's one actual employee other than the store owner herself. So it's just funny to me that he's you have employees, you have machines, you have all these overhead costs. Yes, sure. When you first start a business, you are going to have overhead costs, but if you can't cover those costs at first, you probably shouldn't have started a business. And then also, you don't have a shit ton of employees right off the bat. What are you talking about? It's just so interesting to me. These points.
Like the candle company that couldn't afford to pay you, so that they gave you discounts or clothing instead. Just wondering.
Points that he's making when these things don't really correlate. Like, for instance,
do you understand why she wouldn't debate me? I mean, all the only thing they always come back to every time they lose an argument, they go, well, you got to recruit. And then everything you just debated, you just copy and paste and apply underneath your recruit for the exact same answers, because that's all it is.
With me,
this is going to be painful. We have a long way to go, but I promise you, I want you going into this business with your eyes open, knowing these are the people you're probably going to research and look into, and you're going to have doubts and questions and all this. She's so far countering her own argument. I don't have to do anything on this. So I want you to strip away the personal side that they bring to distract you. You're not a business owner. Why are you worried about that? If that's what you're worried about, this whole last 10 minutes of her conversation has been on, you're not a business owner. Okay, awesome, great. You're a salesperson. And so get this out of your head, that this is the direction you have to go to improve or succeed in network marketing, by trying to, I'm going to prove to you people that I'm a business owner. Who cares, dude? If you spend the next 10 years and you pull in $500,000 with network marketing, are you going to care that I'm a salesperson? Teach me how to sell, dude.
I would love to have an editor like full time, but right now they're just part time. I would love to have an assistant full time. Right now she's part time because my business cannot afford that. So I'm not going to overextend myself and do that.
Did you just call your YouTube channel a business? You own a business? So she just spent how many minutes shitting all over you? You're not a business owner. She does commentary. She generates editorial opinion on the works of others from a chair with lighting while she's putting makeup on, and she owns a business. Please, we need to move on.
It's two different things. You can't compare being a salesperson when you don't have a bunch of responsibilities and things you have to pay for to being an actual business owner. It doesn't make sense. It does not compute, sir.
That's the only way you make money, by recruiting people.
Because you're not a business owner. You're a kid with a camera who makes money off of YouTube. Smart, genius, great. But if that's the case, then you're not.
Nobody cares about the product.
Because this is the thing. I mean,
go ahead.
My thing is this: if you believe in me, right? Mm-hmm. Why do I have to pay you to coach me if you believe I'm going to make millions of dollars?
If I believe in you, you're not paying me anything.
Okay, so this one's in like two parts because they keep going on to like recruiting, and it gets worse. Question or statement rather was, it's all about recruiting. That's the only way you make money. Why do I have to pay to join if you think I'm going to do so well and make, so much money? And he said, if I believe in you, you aren't paying me anything. If you succeed, I'm benefiting for sure. All I'm doing is connecting you to a company that can support you if you want to start an entrepreneurial business. If I believe in you, you aren't paying me anything. Yeah. So what, you're saying the sign-up fee would be waived if you believe in the person you're recruiting? No, that we've gone through 3 questions.
Sign-up fee pays the company, Chelsea. So I paid the sign-up fee. It got me, they created whatever an extension is for URL. It's www.blah/Dominic Izzo. They put that together. I paid for them to put that together. I have a back office that they give me access to. I paid for the right to attach my name to their, their marketing products that I can wind up leveraging. I paid for access to that once a year, less than $100. I didn't pay my upline that, so she didn't make money off of me with that. So let's anybody who pays that, you're paying access to be, you're basically paying to be a representative of the company. And she's done videos on this. Nobody does this. You pay for anything else. Yeah. If I'm going to sit there and, I'm part of a junior program for wrestling, and the wrestling coach who he gets accolades and he gets, status for having his wrestlers win at tournaments. He teaches the wrestlers all this. The wrestlers still have to pay. The parents have to pay to enroll their kids in the tournaments and in the program. But the coach is going to make them champions. So isn't the coach's accolades from them being state champions and the medals they win, isn't that the payment? Everybody pays, Chelsea. You have to pay. What do I get? I get my content. There is something else I pay for. Hang on. I'm thinking about this for a second. There's one program I pay for. Oh, I pay $20 a month for my, access to distribute my podcast on Spreaker. And then that allows me to go to iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple. But I pay $20. But if I have a great product and my podcast hits number one in the financial education of network marketing and Spreaker makes money off of the ads they put on me, why am I paying? Because that's how it works. You're paying access to leverage what somebody else has built for you already.
So far, have y'all noticed that he doesn't answer the questions? Have y'all noticed that? Or just straight up lies? That is crazy. If you succeed, I'm benefiting for sure. Yes. If you are in someone's downline and you are doing well, they are benefiting off of you. Absolutely. All I'm doing is connecting you to a company that can support you if you start an entrepreneurial business or if you want to. So let's translate that. If you succeed, I'm benefiting for sure. If you do well, I'm making money off of you doing well. All I'm doing is connecting you to a company that blah, blah, blah. All I'm doing is recruiting you. And then I make money off of you. I don't understand the first part, the first fluff, really. It's all fluff that he just said. If I believe in you, you aren't paying me anything. Sir, the fuck are you talking about?
I agree with that. They're both wrong on this. And I've said this. I'm so tired of the I believe in you crap with network marketing. But she's not being genuine. She's lying about, or she just doesn't know. No, I'm not going to accuse her of being a liar. She spent 3 days in a network marketing business. She doesn't understand this. You pay access for what the company has for you are paying an entry fee. It's as simple as that. I don't understand why this is.
All right, let's get to part 2 of the recruiting aspect.
And it's so much.
I have no money, money and no time.
How much is so much?
A couple hundred is a lot,
A couple hundred is a lot? Compared to what?
Get him, Jesse.
Now, let me.
You've got all these people.
That guy is funny. We just said, get him, Jesse, because he didn't know what to say. And Eric even said that guy is the kind of the newest of those 4. Also, why does this other guy have a little laptop with him? What are you doing? You have to pay to start. There's a sign-up fee. It's so much money. He starts to say so much money compared to what?
Who are in their most fragile state, spending their last $500 to start in your opportunity. It's not ours. We're not making no influence. They have no skills. They have none of this stuff. And you're promising them the world. You're out there saying, oh, it's better because... No, it's just better because you're making all this money on these sign-up fees. We know. We've done the research. I watched the documentaries. I am educated.
Yeah, I watched online. I went on Google and I checked your company. It's terrible.
My grandmother did it, so she knows everything. So, yeah.
And I just read that you have a terrible past. You shaved your head.
I shaved my head.
And your name used to be Worry, and you changed it to Worry.
I heard that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the one I heard.
I mean, what are you hiding from us all?
You guys are giving me 14 questions in one.
Start answering them. Stop touching them.
I will answer. I will answer.
Interesting. He won't answer any of the tough questions. This is what they all do.
I will answer all of them.
This is what they all do.
He's fading them all.
So hold on. I want to give you a statement, and then you guys can come together and figure out which one of those questions you want me to answer next. I'll answer that, and then we'll keep moving. First statement is this. Network marketing isn't perfect. It's got challenges. It has flaws.
It's a
you know what its
shitty
biggest
answer.
flaw is? The people involved in network marketing overhype it.
That's the problem.
They talk too much about how easy it is when entrepreneurship's hard. They talk too much about the product sells itself when you still have to sell the product. They talk too much about easy, everybody's getting rich, overnight success. And what I've learned is entrepreneurship's hard. Product doesn't sell itself. You got to sell the product. This is one of the most personal and challenging businesses you'll ever engage in, but it's better. And I would throw back to any of you, please give me one example of something better than this for a person to be able to build an entrepreneurial business.
That's not even what it's about. Okay.
I'll agree with them on that, because the opportunity, there's some people, and granted, if their skills or their methodology is different, and they still, if we both got in the same damn entry fee, and that person was using some practices that I didn't agree with, right? The I believe in you, and they got 50,000 people to join them, and here I am going, no, let's work on proper sales, proper people skills, proper service, don't be friends with people, blah, 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 all this stuff. And they're blowing me away in finances. That's subjective, man. I just didn't go the route they went to because I don't agree with it. I don't like it. Morals are not standard across the board. If they were, my God, you would have religious wars all over the place until some people were dead and some people were still alive. But we all operate in the same opportunities on here. So when it comes on opportunity, no, I didn't need a college education for this. I'm a community college dropout. 2 months in 1990, the summer of going into the summer into the fall of 93. By 94, I was out. I graduated high school by the skin of my teeth. I had a 1.6 GPA the beginning of my senior year. Graduated with a 3.4. It's like, holy crap, man. I'm not that very intelligent when it comes to this. Math, I need a calculator. But the opportunity is there. And if I'm a great salesman, I will make the money. So again, it's subjective. But there's some of the stuff that I agree with them on. Just the methodology, I just don't like.
Okay, that's not, you are doing what they all do, and you're missing the point.
Okay, what's the point?
At least if you're starting in a business, a real business, then you know that you could be risking it. Like, that's the problem, really.
Well, before you go any farther, what's a real business?
Anything. I could start my own sewing company tomorrow.
You can find, just to let you know how I answer this, I actually did an entire presentation on what I went through when I owned my gym. I owned a 2,700 square foot gym in Schaumburg, Illinois. It's a northwest suburb of Chicago, from 2014 till 2017. And I give the whole presentation and the analogy and the relatability to network marketing in that. If you just look up my network marketing presentation on this channel, I will tell you the pros and cons of physical brick and mortar businesses versus network marketing.
Have you?
My own clothes company.
Have you started your own sewing company?
No, because
Why?
I have a legitimate job, unlike you scammers.
Yes.
So you have a job.
I have an honorable job with benefits,
Yes.
with insurance, which is benefits. I have a retirement plan, unlike you. I do honorable work every day.
I totally get that. And let me just tell you this. I decided not to work for somebody else, and I'll tell you why. I was tired of selling myself at 10%.
You're working for somebody else. You're not a CEO.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. But I decided not to work for somebody else because I was tired of selling myself at 10% of my value. The reason why they were putting me on a salary is because they could buy me.
And I didn't promise to not edit him out. He's selling. Right now what Eric is doing, he's selling you on the business. So these are just tactics that I don't agree with.
Just a little bit. They asked him these good questions about, paying to start, and then also putting in all the time and money for the opportunity. You're promising the world, and you make money off the sign-up fees. And then he said, people in network marketing overhype everything, and it's hard. It is hard. Doing anything is hard. Making a lot of money is hard. But it's just weird that he's contradicting himself. Like he said before, these people are CEOs. They're this, they're that, but you're not. They're not CEOs. They're not bored of the whatever. And he says,
if we're going to die on this hill again, so far, hour and 16-minute video. She's 26 minutes into it. Majority of this has been on the semantics of somebody calling themselves a CEO. You're a fucking salesperson. Get over it. Move on. This topic has to go.
I decided to not work for anyone else. You do work for someone else. You're a contracted salesperson in network marketing. Now he's not. Now he does own his own company. But if you are in an MLM, you are a contracted salesperson for the company. You don't work for yourself. Being self-employed is different than working for yourself. Nothing is better than network marketing because you're able to, like, you have the freedom, you work for yourself, you know, in a 9 to 5, or when you work for someone else, they're able to buy you cheap and sell you off. Sir, again, that's slavery. What are you talking about? And she said, oh, I have benefits. I have this, I have that, I have this, I have that. This doesn't, you're not answering the questions, and you're not talking about you're avoiding the key points here.
Guess what you get paid in networking?
Yeah, both of you guys are arguing over the semantics of a title and none of what you're talking about. If a person thinks of themselves as a CEO of a network marketing company versus an employee of a network marketing company, neither one of those self-proclaimed titles makes or breaks the business. Neither one of them does. It will still be a product needs to be sold. End of story. So I don't know why we're spending so much time on the terminology and the mindset of this and then saying it's a scam. Literally, neither side. If you think of yourself as a CEO and that elevates your pride in it and you sell more, maybe that's a personal accomplishment. If you think like me, I'm an employee and that's going to structure me more and I sell more, that's an accomplishment based on my self-value of a title. But it doesn't change the business. Product is still being sold. So again, remember, she destroys the MLM scam guru. If you're going to be debating him on his viewpoints, okay, then both of you win, both of you lose. But if you're gonna debate the business being legitimate or not, you're failing miserably. You failed since the beginning of your debate.
Guess how you get paid in network marketing?
Tell me.
You get paid to the penny based upon the value you bring to the company.
Oh, yeah. This is a narcissist.
You get paid off of the established commission from the products you sell. Don't go this route, Eric. Don't do this. You got a product that's worth $100. The company deems on it. The company says they're going to give you X amount of dollars for every time you sell it. That's what you get paid. There you go. If it takes you 10 hours to sell it and you're good with making $1 an hour, okay, great. If it takes you 5 minutes to sell it and you're good with, I blinked, I made money, great. It's all subjective on what you have, but what you get paid, that's hardwired. That's set in stone.
Let me explain. To the penny, and here's why. The only way people get paid in network marketing is if they sell products within their organization. Those products go into a computer.
Did you hear that? The only way people in network marketing make money is by selling products. By selling products within their organization. Sounds like a pyramid scheme to me.
All right, well, I'll explain this. And this actually is in the book, Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. And it is a fantastic business model. It's incredible. If I just sell product out there and I do not recruit anybody in MLM or into my business, I make X amount of dollars. And it's a good living. It's great. The money, the real money they talk about comes in to where I recruit somebody and they purchase the product and then you duplicate that. It is simply, I want to keep people on the product. We're an auto ship basis. Most network marketing companies are. So outside of you trying to sit there, it's like, it would be great if car salesmen could be like, hey, listen, I'm going to put you on auto ship. Every 5 years, you're going to automatically up and you're going to buy a new car. I'm sure car salesmen would be like, holy crap, that's fantastic. I don't have to do any work. This is amazing. But instead, no, they got to contact their old leads and, hey, you bought a car from me 5 years ago. Hope you're doing well. Here's a flyer, all that stuff. When I come in and I want to look at if I establish my business as an LLC and I leverage the tax laws and I could write off my cell phone bill, the lighting, the office space out of my room. If I do all that, and this is the business mindset that I do talk to people about when they're serious about this business. So every month I wind up paying that overhead. Now we change it from product to terminology of overhead. That overhead is my it's my $200 a month in product, and then the cell phone bill and the lighting bill and all that stuff, but it's a tax write-off at the end of the year to get those tax benefits because I'm a business owner. That's how we look at that within products. So you are actually, and I love this. This is what changed the mindset of network marketing for me, where I couldn't figure out what I was doing, to seeing Robert Kiyosaki's mindset. I went, oh my God, if I have 100 people underneath me and all of them are purchasing their own product every month, well, yes, every single one of them now, I'm going to get their points, the percentage off of it. I'm going to make money off of all of them every month. I have 100 business owners underneath me, all leveraging the same thing. The problem is it does get diluted the further you go down that pyramid. So if I recruit 100 people and I've got 10 people down at the lowest level, and I'm not helping them work, and the upline for them isn't helping them work, and this and that, eventually they're going to drop out, then the next layer, then the next layer, then the next layer. It collapses in on itself. So the mindset is, yes, you are keeping people on that auto ship. It's repeat customers. Again, I don't know why this is such a problem. You are keeping people on a product who are already on the product, and some of them you're bringing in to say, do the business with me, leverage the tax laws, make some money doing it, show the incentives, present value to them. If they see it, great. If they don't, they're not going to. But if you don't work, this is why it's exhausting. It's a lot of mother effing work. If you don't work all the way for the people at the bottom, eventually your pyramid is going to self-implode. So I know the route she's going in this. When you start looking at it, that's like, oh my God, it is a brilliant business model. You're retaining, you are giving people as a repeat business, a repeat customer, you're giving them an incentive to stay in. Hey, You could make this is the ultimate way. This is the bare minimum. At the bare minimum, if you're spending $200 a month in product, if I brought you in to recruit and I recruited you, I would sell, so you would have X amount of customers. Let's just say you had 5. If you had 5 customers every month, that would cover the cost of your product. So now you get product for free. And then you could leverage tax laws for writing off your cell phone bill, a room in your home that's your office, your electric, all you spend on your overhead. So if somebody can get their product for free and they leverage a tax write-off, great. The problem is once you do that, you need to start offering it for everybody else. It is a never-ending process of keeping people in that position of seeing the value of, I could get the product for free and I could leverage the tax laws. Problem is 90% of the people they're not going to care if they lose money. They're not going to care if they spend on the product. They're not going to care if it's on auto ship. Hey, this stuff is stocking up on my fridge. I got 10 boxes of this. Can you take me off auto ship? Blah, blah. It's so the theory of what she's about to claim is a scam is brilliant. It's brilliant. I'll give you one example. If you own a gym, how many of you people own a gym? You pay a monthly membership every month and you don't go. You're going to call the gym owner a scam? You didn't get them the results they want. They didn't lose 10 pounds. They didn't build muscle. They didn't get on a bodybuilding stage and become an IFBB pro. But instead, they paid $50, $60, $75 a month for the entire year. They were only there 2 months in a row. That's it. You're a scam. I don't care. I'm collecting their dues every month. Same concept, guys.
Calculates how much commissions a person is entitled to receive based upon their compensation plan, and commissions are paid. The only way you get paid is if products are sold in a network marketing company, period. Not on recruiting,
Eric, I can't sell.
On sales.
That's not accurate. That's not accurate at all, because you could not have a retail any retail sales, meaning from outside of the organization. Signing someone up, they do, like recruiting someone, typically, if you're doing it right, they are buying a starter kit. So yes, you are selling a product.
Yeah, you're selling a product. A product is sold, you get commission off of it. Here, I wish to God I could pass you a shovel, Chelsea. Keep digging.
Product in that sense. Typically, with every MLM, you are paid a bonus for each person you sign up. There's a sign-up bonus.
Based off of the package they bring in, the points they accumulate, anything along the lines of that. So you're giving So the company is giving you an incentive for bringing someone in. What is the problem? A product still needs to be sold, correct? So a company I was with for a while, I always sold, it was called the Pro Pack. I can't remember what it was called before then. And people would have to spend $1,500 to get all the product there. And I would get a $200 bonus for the people who came in on the Pro Pack. The commission was like $50. That's it. So if I just sold the $50, I'm going to talk you into spending $1,500 on $50. No, I want the bonus. I don't care what the company's paying me. They're paying me. Product still got pushed out the door. I don't know. I don't understand what your argument is here.
Yes. You can't rank up without recruiting people. So no, sir, you are wrong. You are wrong.
He didn't say you could. In my company, I cannot rank up unless I get 6 people at a certain type of status. And that's very difficult to do. They all have to have my work ethic, and they don't. Or I could do what I have been doing for the last couple of years and just selling the product. I'm still making money. I haven't ranked up. I've hit a very high rank in the company that I'm with. If I want to keep going, I got a lot more work to do with recruiting. But I've changed my tactics right now and just focus on selling. Your argument, again, you keep thinking you got these gotchas. You don't, Chelsea.
Sell, and I don't want to bother my friends and my family in selling them stuff.
And I feel like if I'm working
Hold on. Let me do one at a time.
Okay, go ahead.
If you can't sell, then you should go do something else.
Yeah, that's
because guess what we do here? We sell. That's what we do. And guess what every business owner does in the world? They promote their products, their business, their brand. They promote everything. And guess what promotion is? Guess what promotion is? Selling. That's all it is. It's wrapped in a fancy wrapper, but it's selling. So what was your point?
Well, I forgot. But at the end of the day, the thing is this. If I'm going to be putting my hours in to promote a product, even if I don't sell the product, Eric, I should still be compensated.
Yeah, this is the language.
No, it's 100% sales. It's 100. You know this going in. It's 100% sales commission. Keep that in mind. You don't sell, you don't get paid. Why is this entitlement? Well, I don't work for the company. They're going to give me a stipend, and I think some might. I really don't know how that works. But no, if you don't sell, you do not get paid. Why should the company pay you?
Of somebody who's been trained to be an employee since they were born, to do a job for somebody else.
Let me give this for an example too. And again, I'll be transparent as all hell. I have not sold a product for the company I've been with. I haven't been active. I've been so focused on building my police content and other content down there that I put my network marketing business on hold. It's been several months since I have been active in it or sold anything. I get a paycheck that I profit off of. Remember, I buy product every month from the company. That product is covered, and I have a profit from that every single month without doing anything. So, I mean, to me, the value is there. The work I did. Now, granted, it doesn't stay at a level. It drops, and I'm like, okay, I'm not comfortable with that threshold. Let's kind of jack it up a little bit. But the work, when you put in the results from the work that you put in, that because I don't want people, you said the work you put in benefits. No, the results do. The results you get from the work that you put in, they are a tremendous value, I feel, from network marketing.
Else to build their dream. Let me tell you how it works. In an employment, you trade time for dollars, usually time. Sometimes performance on top of time.
You still
but
trade.
Usually you give a week, you still
trade time for dollars in network marketing. You do. I don't care who says what. We talked about that was a big selling point. You know, it's like, no, you're still working, dude. You're still working nonstop, and it's going to cost you something. So don't think that you're not getting away for free in network marketing.
As a job, but it'll be what you consider. Here's what they tried to convince you.
He's going to go to the semantics role now.
That it's going to be stable. That it's going to be consistent, that this is for life. And guess what everybody has to realize? Jobs are not stable in this economy or any economy. They're just not stable. Here's what entrepreneurs have to accept if they want to be successful. Any entrepreneur. You're going to be underpaid for a significant period of time. That's the trade-off. You're going to be fairly paid for a short period of time. And then guess what? If you get through phase 1 and phase 2, then you can be overpaid on the other side of the equation. But you can't just go straight.
And I just said that. And I just said the way that I set up my business and the work I put in for the first, X amount of months and years with it, it paid off. And it covered me for several months after that until I decided to get involved again.
I want to be fairly paid from day one. That's an employee. You want to be an employee? That's up to you. That's your choice. I'm not judging that. But if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to accept this bargain. Underpaid and overworked for a significant period of time, fairly for a short period of time, then overpaid.
Here's what I don't understand about you people.
First and foremost, I'm pretty sure
First and foremost, there's no guarantee with what he just said.
There isn't an audience, so the clapping and the laughing and all that is just a soundboard, which is hilarious.
Okay, Chelsea, just stick to the points of the debates. Don't get personal, and we know you hate it.
Like, absolutely hilarious. You know what? I'm going to make my own soundboard, which I basically already have. And I'm just going to add in the laughs and the crying and the boo-hoos and the claps. And we're going to have all of it. Y'all are going to be laughing so hard at me. It's going to be so good. Anyways, so the question that the guy asked, or the statement said, I should be paid for promoting even if I don't sell a product. What Eric Worre said was a whole bunch of nonsense. And actually, I did agree with him on a few things. What he said about entrepreneurship, how you are going to be basically for a side hustle. It's going to stay a side hustle, be paid hardly at all about it. You're going to be making hardly any money with it at first until and if you are able to build it up and build it up and build it up. And then, like you said, be overpaid, which is great. Love that for you. I also don't like that he said in employment, you trade time for money. Yeah, that's also guaranteed though, buddy. And then also he said jobs aren't stable. Not in this economy, not in any economy. There are a good amount of jobs that are very, very stable, actually. And I know we're living in,
No. Government employee, police officer. Go ahead, buy my book, Before the Badge. Everything you need to know before you become a cop. You think even that job is a stable job? Try again. The algorithm one day could start censoring your videos, and you all of a sudden can't produce 500 videos on a normal video you got because it changed. There's nothing stable in anywhere.
Like the Matrix right now, and anything goes and nothing goes, and it's a different time right now. I get that. So this is kind of the exception, but that's why I'm so happy that Tony my husband has a very stable job to where I'm able to do this full time, and thank God for him, right? I have a lot of people in my life that they have very, very stable jobs, and thank God we're able to keep their jobs throughout this crazy global panini that we've been going through, this pandemic Lovato. So I don't know. I just think it's dumb that he just said that. Jobs aren't stable. When people say stable, you typically are referring to the pay and the fact that you're not just going to get fired for no reason. Sure, your employer can surely fire you for no reason. However, with an MLM, you cannot make any money. You can show up and not make money. However, this is how it's promoted. You know how many Monate girls say that they get paid to post online? Nah, bitch, that's what I do. They say
I agree. No, you don't get paid to post online. You put up videos, and if those videos don't reach a certain threshold, you don't get paid. And you could have 200,000 followers on your social media YouTube channel, and you might only be making $100, $200 a month. So no, there's not that. No, somebody coming from somebody who's got 3 paid YouTube channels. I know what I'm talking about in this aspect of it. No, this is, again, she's towing the line for making a good argument, then she buries herself.
That they get paid to promote product. Nah, that's what I do. You're a salesperson. If you're not making a sale, you're not making money. If you're not recruiting someone, you're not making money. So
you get paid to promote product. Does you have Revlon or I don't know when you put your lipstick on? Do they pay you to promote? Because last time I checked, most advertisers they do affiliate marketing, which I don't do. On my live podcast, I have people pay me. I'm not doing affiliate marketing. I'm not going to use the promo code Izzo. Yeah, I get paid. Only if someone buys, and I have track record of them putting my name as a code into their computer. Nope, this is what you're going to pay. I'll give you a 60-second live read 3 times a week, twice a week, 5 days a week, whatever you want. I'm paying regardless of whether or not you make money. So I make money online. I don't think you do. You do affiliate marketing where you only get paid if a transaction has been made, like selling in network marketing.
With what the guy just said, I should be paid for promoting the product even if I don't sell the product. My response to that would have been, that's not your job. And also, none of us would have ever said that because that's not your job. You're not in marketing. You're in sales. Your job is to sell the product. Why would you get paid if you don't sell the product? It's very interesting that they're bringing up points that like we would never bring up, or at least flinging all over that I would never bring up because that doesn't make sense.
Okay. I was once in a cult.
Network
marketing. Network marketing, just
a
like
network
you.
marketing cult.
You're in a cult. We'll get there in a minute.
Okay.
What I would like to talk about is how I was in the top 0.38%. I have 13 years experience. I was a leader. And here's the reason why I quit is when I realized it was such a cult was when I realized how much I was hurting people, which is what you're doing. I had a whole team of people and all of them were broke. And all of them were trying. And all of them were leaving their innocent families to get on Zooms all the time to spend time with people like you. And I was screaming and shouting on live video and following every single thing that my upline told me to do. I basically became an exact duplicate of her because it's a cult.
Yes.
Dressed like her, walked like her, talked like her, cut my hair like her, dyed my hair like her, all of these things. To sacrifice to hurt hundreds of people in my team who made no money. So how do you explain that?
Tell me how the person was hurt.
Because they made no money.
So
or they did not make a livable wage. These are not livable wages. You can't live off of $50 a month.
How were they hurt though?
They cannot live off of that. These people are leaving their jobs. These people are sacrificing their family, their dinner time.
Yes.
They don't have friendships anymore. You know, they're harassing all these people because they were following the lead that I was getting from people like you that are these big 1%ers.
Well, here's what I would tell you. First of all, number one, everyone's paid fairly inside of this organization. Every single person. It's impossible for them to be unfairly paid based upon the sales that they bring and the organizations that they build and the productivity of those organizations. It's impossible for somebody not to be fairly paid.
You get paid, and if you can't sell, you're in the wrong profession. Learn how to sell.
When you think about failure, the average person in the United States that starts a small business spends $55,000 to start a small business.
Okay, I told you I wouldn't jump.
And where do they get that money?
I won't pass by his answers, but I will get to hers because I want to hear what she has to say.
From being having a lot of dead-end jobs.
Didn't get to the point, and also she didn't either. It's funny that she just said basically every point that not only I have made about her, but that other people, not every point, but many points that I've made about her and that other people have as well, about how people dress like her, people in her downline, they just duplicate her. They dress like her, talk like her, post like her, have colored hair extensions like her, move their families across the country to be closer to her, which is like, why? What? That's so weird. Well, they're hurting. And he said, how are they hurt? And she said, well, they're broke. No, girl, that's not the only reason they're hurting. She kind of went into it when she said they lost their friends, they lost their family. That's really all she said. And I think it's very interesting that clearly, in my opinion, at least, like she can't even fathom how she is actually hurting
the anti-MLM community is obsessed with Jessie Lee Ward, even in her death. And I'm going to say this, there was, and I'll defend her, but this is subjective to the debate. There was never a woman who actually gave everyone, I brag. I've got Jessie Lee Ward's cell phone number. I've still got our text messages saved back and forth. Thousands of people do. Thousands of people do. It was nothing special. That woman gave her time and attention to everybody who asked for it and proved that they were worthy of it. She's not going to give you stuff for free unless you actually pay it forward, help others, show that your value to being better part of life, if you will. She didn't hurt anybody. I've got text messages that I was privy to from other people who speak so badly about her. Their YouTube channel is obsessed with her. I think Chelsea, Julie Joe, Marco, Aaron Bees, they've got more videos of Jessie Lee Ward than anyone. You'll never see Jessie Lee Ward talking about any of them. Never. She never badmouthed them, and she had every reason to. She could have sued them into oblivion all the time, tied them up with frivolous lawsuits. She never did. I do have text messages that I saw that I was sent that the one woman who badmouths her so badly was constantly talking to Jessie Lee Ward about her family, meaning that this woman's family, and she wants to save her marriage, and she wants to do this, and she wants to do that, and she can't stand her team. And all Jessie Lee Ward was, let's do this together. I believe in you, and I love you, and we're going to do this together, and let's have lunch. Jessie Lee, was pouring into this woman nonstop. So I take it personally. Every time they try to destroy the business, all they do is go look. Jessica Hickson, Julie Joe, Savannah, I can't remember what Savannah is known as, CC Suarez, Always Marco, Aaron Bees. The list goes on with anti-MLMers. They take so much of Jessie Lee Ward's content, and all they do is personally attack her with subjective comments that they don't know the truth on because they were never involved with her. One was. So when it comes to this and what she's saying, this is ignorant, this is foolish, and this is where we're at with network marketing and society in general. Children mocking other people and projecting what they're doing onto someone else. So Jessie Lee Ward never helped anybody. And if anybody ever knows in life, when you help people and all of a sudden they feel guilty and they screw up and they leave and they just shit all over you, it's projection. That's all that is. So Chelsea is obsessed, just like everyone else is, with Jessie Lee Ward, and they will never tell the truth about her.
People below her. I mean, the fact that she makes $6 million a year just from network marketing and she doesn't have any $1 million earners below her. That is whack. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's because no one could duplicate what she could duplicate. How is that a problem? I just don't understand. I am one of the number one martial artists in Wing Chun in the world. Been doing it since 96. I don't have a world-renowned student underneath me. I can give them all the knowledge on the planet. If they can't process it, assimilate it, put it into action, and make it work the way I can, sorry, that's not my problem. I don't know why we think that just because someone can, that through osmosis of being around them, they're going to be able to have the exact same capacity, skill set, and ability as somebody who's in the top percentage of their craft.
That's insane. Now, she said it's a cult, blah, blah. Then he didn't talk.
Let me put it this way. Out of all the commenters on Chelsea's channel, you have thousands and thousands of commenters. You've got nearly 200,000 subscribers, your channel. How come nobody who follows your stuff all day long has duplicated your success when you put out hundreds of videos? You got probably 1,000+ videos. You've laid the groundwork. People all they have to do is duplicate and replicate it, right? Imitate and then innovate. Why don't you have anybody who's followed you at your status? Stop thinking that every human being is the same copy and paste.
About that. He didn't say it's not a cult. He didn't address the fact that people are hurting, that they're taken away from their families, that they're isolated from their families, that network marketing destroys marriages and friendships.
Subjective. You have no proof that any of it does. Just those. It's he said, she said, and all the time. This, again, does not prove that the industry is a scam, but I'm still waiting for you to prove it is.
He didn't talk about that at all. He just talked about money, saying it's impossible to be unfairly paid. Oh my God. It's impossible to be unfairly paid in an MLM. Here's the thing.
It is.
In order to sell a product, you do have to promote it. Okay. Typically, right? Obviously, people got to know what it is so they can buy it. People got to know about your product if you want to sell it. Now, you're not being paid to promote the product, that you're being paid to sell it and to recruit people. Now, that can take a lot of time. But a lot of times with commission-based sales jobs, which that's what an MLM is, like real commission-based sales jobs,
right,
that are promoted and, that are displayed as that. With that, a lot of times you'll have a draw, or you'll be paid a better amount per sale. Your pay structure is a lot better. It's more livable. I mean, I've made a lot of money in sales. It's just fascinating to me that they don't understand that it's not about sales. It's about they get it, but they're not going to admit that it's about recruitment. And unless
you could tell body language too, that every time she drops her eyes on something and she looks down, she doesn't know what she's talking. She can't back up what she's talking about. So she didn't make a lot of money in sales. She doesn't have the correlation of X, Y, and Z. You get paid better. This company does this. This is where she's all making up the content to prove her argument. And it's by blind faith that her listeners and viewers think that she knows what she's talking about.
Once you're recruiting people, you are not going to make that livable wage. And you're not going to be able to make that amount of money that they promote and that they talk about that is going to allow you to have that time freedom and that freedom in general. And oh my God, this luxury lifestyle, you're not going to have that without recruiting people. You're not going to have that by just selling retail, not selling to your downline, like he said, selling retail products. Typically it takes $50,000 to start a business. Not necessarily, especially these days. However, yeah, it does. There's a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. And yes, a lot of businesses fail. I wouldn't say that 50% of the businesses that have, $50,000 like able to be used on startup costs fail. But yeah, 50% of people who I could believe this, register a business and actually start and create a business entity, a lot of times don't even get started or just fail. I worked at a company called 1-800-Accountant. It was partners with LegalZoom. And so when you set up your LLC or business entity, whatever, when you set that up, a free tax consultation was included in that. And sometimes per the service that you purchased from or package that you purchased from LegalZoom, you sometimes would get like free stuff from 1-800-Accountant and they would like provide free services for you. It was great. So you know how many times I would call someone and I would have them tell me about their business so that I could do the free consultation for them and essentially sell them our services? You know how many times they would be like, oh yeah, no, I don't really know. I just, wanted to start it. So what are you doing? Are you actually starting it? Like a lot of people just want the LLC. And I'm like, this doesn't make it, this what? What are you doing? Having the paper doesn't mean that you are actually starting a business. This also opens you up to tax implications and you're dumb, basically.
What are you talking about? Is this going back to the you're not a business owner stuff? Where are you going with all this?
Is what I'm trying to say. Businesses fail before they even get started because people are idiots. And they start with a couple $100 in network marketing and they can use the products in their starter packs. Oh my gosh. Still, the overwhelming majority of people, over 75% of people, or 78, whatever, lose money and don't make any money in MLMs. So
how? You didn't explain how. So wait a second. So this is what my question is. So the only way to properly show a loss is if they're a business, right? Because then they're gonna keep records of it on their taxes. I paid my light bill. I paid my phone bill. I paid gas going back and forth to meetings with people to pitch them and close them, and all that's documented. And I'm going to show a loss on my taxes at the end of the year because I'm a business. I don't understand. Other than that, a majority is, could you have that information? Because if that was the case, then you would have 75% of the people who are in network marketing, all with documentable proof, the hours they worked, the money they spent, the money they made, and how it affected their taxes. You have that, you got a case. I don't think there is that. It's just 75% of people saying, I quit. I didn't make any money. I quit. You won't see they documented their hours. This is when they punched in, doing at their desk. This is where they clocked out. This is where they had a business meeting. You don't see any of this. So did you just acknowledge that having a network marketing company mean you're a business owner if you do network marketing? Did you just acknowledge that? Because how else do you have documentable proof that 75% of the people out there lost money? Again, you can't prove that.
And why do I have to buy every month? These overpriced products? Because now, you say, send it back, blah, blah, blah. If I send it back, I'm not going to get my commissions. Like, it's an endless cycle. Yes. So, yes, I do have...
And I think this is a brilliant business model. If you're a company owner... it's a gym owner. It's a Netflix subscription. It's a subscription-based business. You want people constantly purchasing the product or the Netflix service. Or how many of you have Apple TV, have Roku, Fire Stick, and all the apps that come out? You got Paramount Plus. I think I got like 5 of them, and I don't watch 2 of them. Netflix, right? But it's a scam because I'm spending X amount of dollars a month. No, the company It's a brilliant business model. I just happen to be the dumbass spending money every month on the value of, Severance Season 2 is out. I think I need another subscription. Let me go buy that.
You have garages full of houses.
You have to buy every month. It's a scam.
I would defy you to find somebody who has a garage filled with products. That was true 30 years ago.
70s and 80s.
That was true 40 years ago.
That's the Jedi mind trick thing. Remember
No,
we were talking about?
it was true. It was true. People were buying lots and lots of stuff and filling up their garage and then hoping to sell it. Today, that model is so gone. It's like the early days of franchising. People took advantage of other people. They promised all kinds of things, and then the pros showed up. Guess what's happened in network marketing? The pros showed up. Now people get involved, and it's a sweat equity investment. It's not dollars anymore.
Again, I'm going to jump ahead to Chelsea's for time's sake, and I'm not gonna edit what Chelsea says. CC, whatever her name she goes by. Because Eric, she's going to talk about the questions, which are very common. Eric's going to give the answer.
Why do I have to buy every month? A garage full of products, blah, blah, blah. How he answered it was very strange. He said, that was years ago.
Correct.
That was years ago. No one does that anymore. Eric, you've clearly never been to Jessie Lee's house or her apartment, her condo, whatever. Have you seen these Zoom calls and the amount of products that these girls, women, people?
Okay, so one person does it and that proves it's the industry standard? No, it's not. Amway did this for years. Everybody else did this for years. It's not a common practice anymore. Jessie Lee Ward had a ton of products. She was also a multimillionaire and could afford to buy whatever the hell she wanted as often as she wanted.
People, whoever, have behind them, it's so many. It's ridiculous. I don't care if it's trials that they're buying and selling. They're hardly making any money on that. Like, it's crazy. It's kind of like franchises. People took advantage of it. And, okay, sir. Sounds like you watched the McDonald's documentary one too many times. And then the pros showed up. Well, in network marketing, now the pros are here. Are they? Because really, it's just worse because of social media now and the accessibility that everyone has to each other. The products are overpriced compared to what? Compared to other products that are the exact same thing, but better on the.
Okay, that's subjective. I drive an Acura TL. Acura is a glorified Honda. I bought the Acura, which cost about $10,000 more than the Honda because I saw value in it. Still, both would get me from point A to point B. What? Because I wanted leather heated seats, a moon roof, gorgeous interior, and the Acura name. That, oh my God, it's overpriced. No, the value is on me. Value's on me. If I'm going, and it's anything else, you can't, when they do these things with the products, it's subjective, right? Because you can't, there's no, if there's no such thing as a legitimate product claim you can make with any company, then how the hell then can they say as a non-involvement that, these products are superior than network marketing, but network marketing is overpriced? That's subjective. That's completely personal. You have zero proof that other products are superior.
The market.
Now, wait a second. I will give you no, I'm going to eat my own words here. Company I'm with is a legitimate, in my opinion, superior product. When I pitch and close, other people who are saying, well, why don't I don't I just go buy this? And then I have things I can reference. Does your product say this on the back of it versus this? No, it doesn't. Does your product have X amount of gold standard peer-reviewed studies claiming through medical journals that it does this? No, it doesn't. This is information I'm going to supply to you that, in my opinion, it is a superior product and why you should purchase it. You valuing it, maybe you value that the one you bought got your house faster on shipping than mine did. And maybe that's shipping and it's an inferior product, but maybe it's superior to you because it got to your door faster. I can't tell somebody what the value of a product means to them versus what my product is, right? Oh, that's what selling is. Damn, forgot about that.
With an MLM, there's always going to be products that are more affordable, better, and more accessible to you. You can buy that shit at Target and it's going to be better. Fucking ridiculous. And he said, subjective. We have the best products on the market. No,
You have no proof. It's subjective. You have literal no proof. You can't make that claim. It would get you sued if you did. If you went around and you compared hair care product like to Monet or whatever it is you go to Suave, and Suave is superior and you're selling it, and you're going to get sued because you can't prove it.
Don't. If you did, if it was the best product on the market, it would sell itself and you wouldn't have to have these distributors. You wouldn't have to do that. It would sell itself and it would be at Target, at Walmart, at Walgreens, at anywhere.
But wait a second, there's still marketing at Target because you're putting all of your shit in a certain platform in a certain way. And I believe that the companies have to call Target and say, we're going to pay X amount of dollars for you to put us on an end cap so people could see it. Oh yeah, look at that. You just think that it's going to sell itself. They still have to do marketing and promoting and put it in the daily, weekly flyer it's discounted 99 cents this week. It's not the same. It's your argument is invalid once again.
Next one said, if the products were so good, they'd be sold at Target. Then he completely pivoted and he's like, you want to know what network marketing is about? Network marketing is about education.
No, it's not. Network marketing is about, I got 2 products. I have to go through the exact same thing, right? I make it for $1. I got to put it on the shelves at Target. In order to do that, I've got to mark it up to cover the cost of all this garbage, including the marketing that's going on there. Network marketing is, hey, you want to make a commission? Yeah, I do. Sell my product. Okay, I'm the one who's going to have to do all the hype and the influence and the marketing to get you to buy it. Why are we complicating this? Here's a product. I got two cell phone covers. This one's going on the shelf, and it's going to have a nice shiny label, and it's going to be in front of it, and you're going to have a giant arrow. Discounted $3.99. And mine is here, and I got to call you and say, listen, hey, what do you do for a living? Great. How can I help your business? Oh, by the way, I want to talk to you about the fact that I sell cell phone covers. You're doing the same thing. You're marketing. It's just I'm aggressively going in after it. You're just sitting on the shelf collecting dust until somebody goes, oh, I didn't notice the arrow. I've been in here 5 times this month.
Network marketing is about recruiting and sales. Network marketing is about recruiting and sales, not education.
Okay, done. Debate's over. It is. Network marketing is selling a product and recruiting others to sell the product. Awesome. That's a scam. I haven't heard how that's a scam yet.
Education. That's not what it's about, Eric. Network marketing distributors educate people on the product. Yeah, do they? Are they qualified to do that? Or are they just spreading misinformation? It's the second one. Instead of spending a lot.
Do you have proof? Again, no proof, just subjective conjecture on her part that she thinks that people are doing this. Who is spreading misinformation? What is the misinformation? Go contact the company, start suing. But they don't do that. Who's spreading misinformation? Yeah, that's what they do. Now you start to see when they debate you or they try to disqualify you from your position of being a network marketer, they throw out things you can't prove. You can't disprove a negative. You can't disprove what you just said because you can't prove it either.
A lot of money on PR or marketing. Companies let distributors do the education and marketing and all that. Yeah, they let them work for free. And I don't want to say it's a genius idea because it's an evil genius idea because in order, like we said, to sell a product, you have to promote it. And if the company's not really promoting it, you have to promote it in order to sell it.
That's what paid when products.
That's literally what network marketing is. I don't know where anybody didn't say that it wasn't. I sell a product. My product, do you even know? No one knows what the website is to my product unless I tell them about it. One of the biggest things I get criticism on is I don't have it attached to every video and everything else in my content. Why would I'm not interested in doing that. I'm interested in giving value. I will actively go out and sell, right? That's my choice to do that. But no one said the network marketing isn't you actively going to people to sell a product. I didn't know that was a thing here. Let's move forward again.
Sells between you and all the people on.
Okay,
so I just spent all this money on my daughter's education.
Yes.
Okay, so for some reason, this one skipped forward. I don't know why this thing skipped. It was weird. But I'm assuming the guy asked something along the lines of so am I getting paid for selling a product or am I getting paid for recruiting? And Eric just said, you are being paid on product selling, to your team. So you're selling
Talked about that before. You are creating an entire team, a legion, an army, whatever you want to call it, of people who are underneath you. Every month they are buying their own products. It is the most brilliant business model on the planet. Look at it as a members. If you got recruited for Netflix, I don't care what it was, and you're trying to get everybody out there that you know in your family to subscribe to Netflix, and they're like, we're paying you $5 a month for every person who is renewing their membership every month. You wouldn't have a problem with that. You'd actively go out to get people to recruit for it. If you worked for a gym, you get a commission off of when people come in and they sign on that dotted line, and then every month you get a percentage of what their renewal is every month. Nobody complains about that, but you're not recruiting. You are actively going out there. If the business model changed, if all of a sudden you found out that if you worked at a gym and you live in a town, Cook County, Illinois, 5.8 million people, and you get the money from what you're selling. If a gym was smart enough to open up and say, hey, listen, you recruit person A, B, and C, whatever it is, and I go recruit John. John comes in, and now John, I get commissions off of what John brought in because John's a kick-ass salesman, and the company's making more money. I'd be like, where the hell do I sign? John, get in here. Start making. Of course I'm going to recruit. It's a matter of perspective. You don't see value in it because you can't recruit. You don't have people skills. You're condescending. People don't like you outside of being negative. Your brand is negative energy. All you do is criticize people all day long. And we know that mother hen energy that females have, where they all love to be in the coffee clutch club and just talk shit and drama. That's all you do. If you changed it up and you had to go positive, your channel would be gone in a heartbeat. So when it comes down to this, it's selling and then it's recruiting. And that person underneath you has the option to sell to other people or just stay on auto ship and do whatever. It's their choice. I don't care as long as product is moved every month. Use me where you want. You want me to teach you to sell? You want me to sell for you? I will. No one is debating this.
Within your organization, when your team buys shit, you're making money. Pyramid scheme. Now this guy.
Yes. Go look on my channel. Pyramid scam is illegal. Look up the little definition of the word scheme and the synonyms for it. A plan, a process, a structure. It's a scheme. I am scheming to get this done. Scamming is illegal. It's not a pyramid scam. It's a pyramid scheme. We could do this all day. Oh, sadly, we've got about, looks like 15, 20 minutes left.
What he says makes absolutely no sense, and it's so fucking weird.
Because you didn't do the business.
I'm the snob one, right? There's
Going forward to Chelsea's rebuttals.
No, you don't do anything. You get cheap in her life.
Moving forward to Chelsea's rebuttals. So far, she's done nothing to prove this industry is a scam. She's just questioned the status of you being a business owner or an employee. Who cares? You're an employee.
There's only the 2% in the world.
Now they're just going off on tangents. So the statement was, this guy said was fucking crazy. He said, I just spent so much on my daughter's education. And then like a minute later, he said, well, she paid for most of it. Okay, weird point, but all right. And she wants to do network marketing so that she can get married and have a baby. Because everyone knows you legally cannot get married and you legally cannot reproduce unless you sign up for a multi-level marketing company. Everyone knows that. The income disclosure statement looks bad, blah, 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 all that. So was the income disclosure statements are for the entire organization typically?
Keep in mind, one of the reasons you rejected an interview was that you and your husband were trying to conceive and you were having miscarriages. That's what you told me in a private message. So I guess everyone knows you can't do a debate if you're actively trying to conceive and you're having miscarriages. You can't debate. You just can't do it. So you want to play the game and not discredit the industry. Start discrediting the industry. You've done nothing other than personal attack the subjective concepts that people have in all this.
Yes, it shows the active and not active people, but it's important that it shows the non-active ones so that it shows the people who could not recruit anyone and could not sell anything and therefore did not make any money with the company. It's very, 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 very important that it shows that. He said there's been a shift in network marketing. People join for the discount, and that brings down the average. Eric, my guy, a few minutes ago, you said that the pros are here and that there aren't people taking advantage of the system and that the professionals are here. So which is it? Are the pros here or are the tourists here? Because you're not really making sense. People,
I don't even know what her point is. I have no idea what her point is on this.
Join for the discount, bringing down the average. Most people who join for the $200 don't have enough reasons to stay because it's only $200. So you're saying that they're not giving in to the sunk cost fallacy? Because a lot of people do, unfortunately. But that's not really an argument there. So are you saying that people are self-aware enough and realize, oh shit, this is not working out. Like I should not have joined this. I need to leave. I just need to cut my losses and get out. Yeah, that's good that people.
Right. For all the people out there, the same thing. Apply the same thing for people who have gym memberships and just don't go. Are they just realizing that they're not going to lose the weight and they're going to be just fat forever and gain pounds? So all they need to do is sit in their chair and talk into their Shure mic and do YouTube videos? Sure. You're not making any valid argument points.
Are self-aware and understands when things are not good, especially when you're just a imagine you're just a salesperson in a company. And I say just a salesperson. I'm not, being disrespectful to people who are in.
I am just a salesperson in the network marketing company that I am with. That's all I am. I don't know why this is such a hard thing to comprehend on anybody's part.
Sales. I was in sales for 10 years. Wouldn't you leave an employer and go get a different job if you weren't making money? Wouldn't you? Yeah, you would. If not, what are you doing?
So did you leave the job because you weren't making money after 10 years? If you're a sales professional, did you quit because it was a scam? I think in any job you would. But again, it's subjective. How many hours a week did you work? How many hours a week did you travel back and forth to work? Spend on gas, spend on whatever else you had to spend on to make your job work. Was it reasonably compensatable when you're getting more than you pulled in? And then again, apply that to network marketing. Is it mandatory 40 hours a week plus? No. People work 4 hours a friggin' month and they drop out and they say it's a scam. So once again, you will never get the truth of those who left taking personal accountability for how it's a scam. You'll never have anybody say, well, I just quit it. I did it for, there's a woman who just did a video saying, I did it for 10 years. I got brainwashed. What's the brainwash? You didn't like what you were told and you did it anyways? You didn't make any money and blah, blah, blah. Why didn't you leave? It blows me away how many people refuse to take personal. I didn't work all those hours. I didn't do this. I didn't hit the top level. Did you talk to 300 people a week? No, I talked to 30 people in 90 days, and it's all subjective.
You're a volunteer at that point. The illogical fallacy is just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. And then
the lack of provable argument coming from your mouth has always been crazy to me. None of you guys, this is why none of you will debate me. You all fall back on, it's recruiting. And when I go, yes, well, it's recruiting. I know, now what? But it's recruit. That's all you ever say.
He said most people in network marketing are tourists. So tourists or terrorists, because yikes.
Make money. Oh,
you are Jessie Lee and the beautiful specimen, how she just said, oh, I Googled this. Oh, yeah, I Googled it. You know that Google's just a search engine, right? Just because I look at something through Google or I do research on my own and read a lot of studies and, watch a lot of very well-produced documentaries where those people have done interviews and studies, and I've done interviews and I've surveyed a lot of people as well throughout my time doing this. It doesn't mean that I'm uneducated or that what I'm doing is invalid. It's just very funny the way they're like, oh, I Googled it. It's like they're trying to like equate someone like doing like research on like a project, essentially. Think about it. That's what I do when I do these deep dives and I do all of this research on like the psychological aspects of this. And I talk to psychiatrists and psychologists and sociologists and linguists and authors and doctors and experts in this field and people who have been in MLMs.
You take all that subjective study and then you twist it being condescending the entire time? No, you would think that you would be impartial in your delivery to help people make an informed decision. No, you don't. You watch a couple of YouTube clips and you move forward.
Who, were very burned by them, people who were in her direct downline, people who have had horrible experiences with this bald man, and also people who have been at the very top and are currently still at the top of network marketing companies. Is all of that invalid just because of the search engine I use? That doesn't make any sense.
Getting richer, this is all.
None of what you said makes sense. None of what you said makes sense at all. And it applies to every aspect of every angle of this argument you've had.
That happens. It's just you just.
Yeah. All of the.
This is, we're approaching the end. I appreciate you staying as long as you have to listen.
But we're not talking about actually being an entrepreneur. We're not talking about being a business owner. We're not talking about real estate. We're not talking about owning a business.
Going back in, again, nothing. So far, we have just a few minutes left in this. The entirety of her debate was, don't call yourself a business owner when you're not, and you have to recruit to make money in network marketing. What's your point? It's a scam. No, I'm an employee. I make money selling. I can make more money recruiting and helping those people sell as well. What's the scam?
Talking about being a contracted salesperson for a commercial cult, for a network marketing company. So you can't compare the two. Just like whenever they try to compare network marketing to affiliate marketing, or influencer marketing is what it's also called. And that's what I do. So when they try to compare what I do to what they do, and they're
I gotta back up for that a second. The days of the influencers is hilarious to me. It's self-propagandized glorification. It's all it is. It's you have to offer value. You have to offer value. People love my commentary content because I provide value in it. There's hundreds of thousands of network marketers out there. There is over, I would say, currently retired and active, about 1 million police officers active and retired out there in the nation. I have some of the most watched content on the planet because of how knowledgeable I am in the industry, the profession, and my delivery and my value I present. I'm not an influencer. I'm not anybody special. I'm just putting stuff out there that people consume, and the value that they have on it, it's not up to me to interpret. When you say I'm an influencer, dear Lord, that's narcissism.
They're like, whenever they try to compare network marketing to affiliate marketing, or influencer marketing is what it's also called. And that's what I do.
So affiliate marketing is literally, I have this. This is affiliate marketing for those who want to know. It's influencer marketing. The company calls up and says, Chelsea, oh my God, you've got a YouTube channel. It's got 200,000 subscribers. I would like to put a code that says CC121. And during her video, she goes, hey, fam, have you ever used X, Y, and Z phone carrier covers? Then when your phone drops, do you want it not to break? And this is the best on the planet. You're going to influence your audience to buy this cell phone cover because they live and breathe and die on your words. And all they have to do is type in the code after they visit the website, CC121, to get a discount of 35%. And then you get a commission off that. That's influencer marketing. The only difference between that and what I do with sales is I actively go to people. I initiate the conversations. You put up something you hope in perpetuity, people will watch. And if the algorithm decides to float your video down to a percentage where you're not getting the views you were last month or the month before, it's going to hurt the audience that sees you, and your influence is going to have no sway. Influencer marketing, you do not get paid unless you make a sale. That's affiliate marketing.
So when they try to compare what I do to what they do, and they're like, it's the same thing. You're making money on the internet. No, it's not the same thing. And even with, for instance, my sister-in-law, Taylor.
I want to see if she's going to explain how it's not the same thing.
A lot of y'all know she is a realtor now, and she just started, and she got her, I think she passed her exam in August, and then it's now January. And yeah, she still hasn't sold a home, but there's a lot that happens between.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite, where they go to justify how real estate isn't a scam. I was a realtor. I took and I passed on my first shot, the both national and the state of Illinois, and I got my real estate license, and I paid thousands of dollars in fees and requirements, and I made zero money. And after 6 months, I went, this is just not for me. I don't have the time. I do not have the passion. I didn't say it's a scam. I got paid nothing. I had to drive an hour one way every day in traffic to show up at this office where they wanted to put me through like 2 weeks of customer service training. When I tried explaining, teach me your business and your company, because when it comes to customer service, I was both a nightclub bartender and a police officer. I have better customer service than anyone in this entire company. Can we move on to the good? Well, we got to teach you this first. Okay, great. I'll go through it. No money being made. Listing homes, you don't get paid. You don't get paid unless a home is sold. Then they don't talk about the relationship between the buying realtor and the selling realtor and who makes the money. Then you got to talk about how much money you're paying in your business cards, you're putting on the sign on the driveway that comes out of your pocket, your marketing tools, your time you're spent online promoting stuff. And there's no guarantee that you get anything, but that's not a scam. That's not a scam, is it? It blows me away. You're not, here's why, because you're not recruiting. Not recruiting. If I go reactivate my realtor license, my cousin's a realtor, and we've already discussed this. She recruited me. Renew your real estate license. If you give me referrals, I can legally give you a percentage of the commission. That's recruiting. That's recruiting. She makes money off of my effort. You guys lose this argument all the time, and you will never debate, because all you come back down to is personal attacks on content that you know you cannot shatter or defend in your argument.
You passing your exam, getting everything else done, and getting with, a firm or brokerage, whatever, a group, and you're not just going to go and sell a house right away. Of course not. You need to understand and expect that a lot of people do, real estate part-time before they actually can fully move into it. You have to build up a client base. That's expected. That's understandable. And it shouldn't be compared. Like, why are we comparing the success rates of being a realtor and being a salesperson? Like, yeah, sure, they're both sales, but it's not.
Just digging her own hole, answering her own argument. And the problem is the people in the comments section are so uneducated. This is confirmation bias. That's right. They're not the same. Literally, you get in the business, you spend thousands of dollars with real estate. You go to an area that's already saturated by a seasoned realtor who already capitalized off the market. So everything she says about network marketing, the industry's saturated. Well, now you're competing with 3-4 people in the office who everybody's been known for decades, and you have to try, and then you can't sell the $1 million homes until you've hit a certain threshold within the company. Says, oh, you've sold $300,000 homes this month. Okay, now you could reach the threshold from raising your status. How is that not a scam? But network marketing is a scam, right? You guys will never debate me. You'll lose. You'll always lose.
Not the same thing at all. The markets are not the same. It's not the same thing at all.
I just Googled it.
Percent.
All right, so keep going.
Said I just Googled that. Is that true? You just said you Googled it. So weird. All right, let's look it up. What percentage of real estate agents fail? Let's say, what is the failure rate in real estate? Depending on the source, the percentage of real estate agents that fail in business within the first 5 years ranges between 85 and 90%. When you think about it, nearly 9 of 10 new agents can expect to fail, which...
Oh, so I'm sorry, that's a higher failure rate than network marketing. So is real estate a scam? You actually put this up. Holy shit. I want to see how you're going to twist this one.
is an eye-opener. All right, so yes, now this one says 78% will fail. That's not a good comparison because it's not the same. It's not the same at all.
How's it not the same? You're backtracking out of this discussion. You lost this. It is 100% the same. You are paying to get in a business that you do not make a penny in unless you make a sale. How are they not the same? You're online all day promoting it. You actually do more work in real estate with travel, going in the office, attending classes, mandatory. You have to buy your business cards. You have to buy your name that goes on top of the brokerage sign that goes in the car. Which is worse? Real estate is more of a scam, according to the definition of what you guys talk about, than network marketing is. You're watching you backpedal off of this, and I give you so much credit for having the balls to leave this up. Well done. Well done.
A comparison that can really be made.
People who buy a book don't.
That's how she gets out of that one. There's no other comparison you could be made.
That has nothing to do with network marketing and how it's recruitment based and how it's extremely manipulative. And network marketing companies are commercial cults. What you're talking about has nothing to...
It's commission recruitment based. We've talked about that. It's manipulative. The people who do it, who have no idea how to sell, they are, and it's a commercial cult. Churches, sports teams, realtors. There's cults everywhere. Politics, liberals, conservatives, Trump, Biden, Harris. I don't care. Everything's a cult. You have a group of people who will live and die and breathe and swear by their beliefs.
To do with network marketing. Like, the points you're making are absolutely just irrelevant. Did you also know that manatees eat 30% of their body weight every day? Yeah, I think that's true. I don't know. But Google it. What, like, why are they acting like Google, like people doing their own research when it comes to this? I'm not saying like when anti-vax people are like, I need to do my own research. You're going to do your own scientific research? What? The research is out there, buddy.
Somebody hyped them up.
Yeah, that's not something good to talk about several years later.
Maybe somebody made dollars on the line. You know what?
Going to hers content. I will skip Eric's, not hers.
Per the FTC, you have a better chance being profitable or making a profit when gambling than you do in network marketing.
87 to 90%.
People, in order to be
87 to 90% of people fail in real estate in their first 5 years. Blondie.
Really build, because people, you know what prices
Maybe
can't build or you're not.
Is also a job, not a business. I'm not sure why.
Back to this again.
Skipped. I think that's really weird. So what I think happens is that it's not really live and there's a delay, just like there usually is with like everything, right? With every like live streaming or production thing, anything like that, there's typically like a 5-second delay, 10-second delay, whatever, so that they can press the button. If you're in like production, anything like that, you know what I'm talking about. You got the button that you can like cut out the last 5 seconds. Like you can cut out a certain amount if someone cusses or says something vulgar or something goes wrong. Like you can do that. And I think that's what they're doing. That's sketchy as fuck. But I don't know. It's just really weird that that's happening. Because she went from saying, hey, hun, and like talking about cold messaging. Wiggum just farted. I really hope y'all could have heard that. Yeah, so I just think that's so weird that now he's like talking about DoorDash and he's like, oh, well, this is a job, not a business. Yeah, you're also not the CEO of DoorDash. Just like when you join Prove It or Monate or anything like that, you are not building a business. You do not own the business. You're not a business owner. You're not the CEO. You own nothing. You are an employee. If you do not sign the paychecks, if you are not in charge of fucking running payroll, obviously you might like have a payroll person. I get that. Eventually I will, because this shit is annoying. Oh, I have to remember to do that on Tuesday. Ugh, fuck. So if you are not in charge of all that, doing all that,
100% guarantee she has no staff. No staff whatsoever. Again, I run YouTube content. I run a ton of content. I do it all myself. This is ridiculous.
You're not signing them checks, baby.
Hey, if somebody's got them, if they scammed her into paying her, hey, brilliant.
You aren't the business owner, okay? If you are not in charge of that business bank account, you are not a fucking business owner. Bing, bang, boom. Bing, bong, bitches.
So that's...
Remember, if YouTube stopped distributing your stuff, you're not a business owner. You don't have a business. You have no place for your critiquing videos, your editorials to go. You're not a business owner.
Think that we're doing... That someone was doing all of you.
Bank in medical sales. Bank in medical sales.
Here's what I got to tell you, all of you.
Bank in better than network marketing. Actually owning your own business, you can make bank in medical sales. Bank in medical sales. Like so much money. So much money. Put away a good amount of that money and you're...
Yeah, do you also have the leads? How does that work? I've never been in medical sales. So I have to wonder, because we have no leads in network marketing. No tools from the company to help us out outside of like their trainings, their material. But do you have leads? Do you have pre-established? Do you know where is it acceptable for me as a network marketer to walk right into a doctor's office and to pitch them my product? Or medical sales, is it acceptable? Hey, I'd like to schedule a time to talk to doctor about this respirator, about these new syringes, about this new, eye dilator. Apples and oranges, both selling, but completely different when it comes down to if that door is open or not to you in the beginning for the opportunity.
Golden. You are Gucci, baby. Then you could start your actual own business or do whatever you want. But yeah, that's way better.
Well, if you're in medical sales, you're still an employee. You're still an employee. You don't sign your own checks. You get commission.
And you have benefits. Unlike in an MLM, you are paid typically very...
You have benefits when you reach certain levels in MLM.
Very well. Sometimes you're overpaid. Being an influencer. Yeah, it's fucking hard work. Not hard. It's time consuming as fuck. Once you get to a certain point, we are overpaid. There's sometimes where I make $2,000 for a 1.5 to 2 minute ad read on a video. And that's...
No. If that's the case, then you're not an affiliate marketer. If you sold that many, then you would get that. But if a company pays you, then you're an employee. You're under contract for the person who says, hey, I want you to do a live read for my skincare on your channel. And they're going to pay you X amount of dollars to do that live read. And then that $2,000, that's transactional for you. But it's up in perpetuity for the person who paid you, the company that paid you. So who's got the better deal? You do a video, you do a 2.5 minute live read. Because you can't have one without the other. If it's 2.5 minutes, then you just do that. And then you think you're going to get paid by all these your videos going out all the time, right? And you think you've got X amount of people who are going to type in the code CC121. Or a company says, I'm going to pay you $2,000. You do this live read on your video. You did it on this video. You got paid. $2,000 came and went. They are getting exposure. You did this three years ago. If it's on this video, like the candle company you talked about, they paid you 3 years ago. I'm seeing this now. We're seeing this now. If somebody goes, hey, screw this debate, I'm going to go buy some candles, they still make money off of it. You don't get paid. So you're wrong.
That's currently right now, that's my rate. I'm not like spilling the beans of who has paid me that and all that because I can't obviously for legal purposes, but that's my rate right now. There are people who have smaller channels than me that, maybe get better engagement and they have maybe a higher engagement rate on Instagram and they, make more money than I do, maybe less, or people bigger than me that make a fuck ton of money. Like, that's crazy. If someone with 100,000 subscribers, imagine this,
So that all boils down to your ability to engage your audience with your content. Like you're selling them on the value of what you put out in your videos in hopes they'll subscribe to your channel and keep watching your videos? Okay.
100,000 subscribers can charge like $6,000 per 2 minute ad read on a video. Imagine someone with 1 million subscribers. It's like 20,000. It's crazy. It blows my mind. It fucking blows.
$6,000, but you don't talk about who actually benefits more. Who benefits more? The video is going to be up for years. That $6,000 is nothing to the company. To you, it's one and done. It's transactional. It's done. I'd rather have the subscription and the people coming in on perpetuity who are on auto ship from the little pyramid scheme that I'm in.
My mind. And is it hard to grow your channel and your platforms and do all this? Fuck yes. But that's better than network marketing. 1,000,000%, because that hard work and that growth is like, I always say like 80% luck, but then 20% just based.
Well, if it's 80% luck, then not everybody can do it. I give you props for not realizing how deep of a hole you've dug in this hole. I thought this was going to be a challenge. This is insane that you actually put this up, and it's even worse of the amount of people who are in the comment section doing the yay, you go girl, yeah, that's right, who are soaking up everything you said with such a low level of intelligence. It blows me away.
Based on me. I'm not worried about other people working. The work that I put in is going to determine how much money I make, obviously, like views and shit like that. Obviously, yes. But if I don't post, I don't get paid, right? Which technically, yes, I still will. I could not post for a whole week and still make money because people are still watching older videos. So
yeah, I didn't do anything for about 4 months in my network marketing business. I was still making money. Okay.
It's just very interesting that they all think, oh, network marketing's the best. No, it's not. Not at all.
For me, it is. I've got 140,000 subscribers on one channel for YouTube. I've got 59,000 subscribers for another one. This channel, it's in the infant stages of growing. We haven't even broken 1,000 subscribers on this channel. So share the videos out there. All of my podcasts have several thousand downloads each ones as they go. My daily podcast, we average about 5,000 to 7,000 live of viewers. I don't know what the podcast views or the downloads are after that. And I'm with a company who distributes it for me, so I get paid. I make more money with network marketing than I do any of the others. And my channel, I'm in a niche market with law enforcement and martial arts, just like she's in a niche market. I make more money with network marketing. So for you, you may not have the ability, which is why you left sales after 10 years, to do content where you don't create anything. All you do is offer an opinion on other people's work. For you, it's not great. For me, it's great.
It's the worst. Absolutely the worst. What are you talking about?
And I would say to the world, for the
other, if they're
person.
I can talk about fucking anything I want, sir. And yeah, there is something better for the average person, because the average person, if they're not exceptional at sales, they're not going to be able to recruit and maintain a bunch of people on their team. Therefore, they're not going to be successful in network marketing.
So basically, thank you. If you are exceptional at sales, you are going to be able to recruit, manage your team, and make money in network marketing. Thank you. You could have saved 2 hours of our time by just saying that. Hey, listen, network marketing is great if you are exceptional at sales. You can manage a team. You can continue that team going on and teach them to build and recruit and pitch and close, and you can make money. How hard was that, Chelsea? You just sat there and in 2 seconds of a rebuttal, you just said, hey, listen, if you're not good at sales, don't do network marketing. Thank you. Man, you could have saved us a ton of time.
So yeah, the average person is not going to be good at network marketing, and they just should go ahead and get a normal job.
So the same applies for you. The average person who starts a YouTube channel can't grow it, and they should just go get a real job. It applies everywhere.
They can make money, work hard, get promoted, save money, live below their means, and just put away, a year's worth of bills and stuff like that. God forbid, just in case anything happens, start traveling, pay off debt. Like, shit is so annoying that they're like, there's nothing better. This is like that cult shit. What would be better for the average person? Marrying a billionaire. That's what would be better.
Because it doesn't exist. From home
environment. You have people making money off of you. That's what it is. A solopreneurship, sir, that's not like, do you have your own dictionary? I swear to God, he has like his own language. So no, when you are an actual entrepreneur and you are actually taking that financial risk and that risk in general and starting something of your own, whether it's an investment, like investing in an actual, business idea or whatever, then
we're back to this again. She's closing out with the entire thing is just she doesn't like that you as a network marketer call yourself a business owner. So guess what? Don't do it. Don't call yourself a business owner, network marketer. Call yourself, you say, hey, you're not a business owner. I'm not. I'm a salesperson. Oh. Issue done.
Or starting your own business or idea or whatever. That is being an entrepreneur, being a salesperson for a multi-level marketing company. That is not being an entrepreneur.
You've got products. You've got the ability to expand. You've got the ability to grow. You have training and encouragement as you're doing that. That does not exist any place in the world.
Or expansion. You can't grow and make more money if you don't join network marketing. Sir, what are you talking about? Like, this is so dumb.
On the annoying parts of network marketing, I'm with you on the people who overdo it. I'm with you on the people who use offensive tactics. I'm with you on companies.
You mean your number one student, Jessie Lee Ward? I don't know any of these other people. I'm sure they're pretty fucking awful too, but she's horrible. Stormy Wellington is a pain in my ass. She's obnoxious and really just a fucking liar, in my opinion, from what I've seen and from what I've been told, what has been alleged to me by people who used to be in her downline and who used to be close to her. But Stormy Wellington is the number one network marketer in the world, allegedly.
A terrible job of representing.
Dear Lord. I mean, the sexist in me is going to say we need to get rid of women in this business. If this is how women are, and they're this immature, this shows why the network marketing industry has a need for massive change. This is, who the hell would ever buy anything from this? This is a child. This is somebody who's not professional. Her niche is drama, and it's perfectly suited for entertainment, for nothing else.
Because what you just said doesn't make sense. What you just said isn't true. So again, why is it the best thing in the world? Because you make a fuck ton of money off of people trying to do it?
When it comes to a person having an...
I got about 2 minutes left of this Velcro fry coming down with every word. It's like, shit, man. I have tortured myself to do this video for you. I hope you find value in this.
Next, though, Jessie Lee's about to get up and talk. So we are going to listen to what she has to say, and it's going to be awful, I'm sure.
So first of all, I want to say that
Jessie Lee's stuff is still up online. Make sure you listen to her. She's actually one of the greatest human beings I've ever had the pleasure of knowing.
What do you mean we aren't talking about them? And who are we talking about? I don't understand what she means by when they say all this, they're not talking about you, because there's 5 people on this stage that are successful from network marketing. How does that mean that I'm not, if I'm calling someone out who is guilty of what I am talking about, I'm absolutely talking about them. Who else would I be talking about? That doesn't make any sense. This is very weird. This is very strange. It doesn't make any sense. And it's unfortunate because it really is just a lot of fluff and belittling, gaslighting. It's so gross because he makes
the entire content of what you do is belittling and it's gaslighting. I don't, this is the problem I have. I can't stand, I have no ounce of respect for hypocrites. Just none. There could be so much that would be accomplished. You have an army of people in your comment section, as do everybody else, who have such a problem with network marketing. And the solutions are right there. Stop being jagoffs and liars and manipulators. The system is sell and recruit others to sell. Now go about selling righteously, good tactics, personal service, all the. But no, you'd rather constantly talk about stuff that is semantics. You can't call yourself a business owner. That was 90% of what you talked about today.
So much money. And he's never going to ever say the truth about network marketing ever, because he has built a goddamn empire off of teaching people how to be better at network marketing.
And you'll never see it either because you did it for 3 days. And you just said about, what was her name, Stormy or Sunny or whatever it is. You just said you'd never talked to her, but you're going off the opinions of other people and videos you've seen. So she's, quote, I think your words were, she's a goddamn liar. Okay. So again, how are you any different? You'll see this, and I'll let her finish her last words I'll let her finish her last words.
About teaching people how to be better manipulators and just breeding these manipulative people. Not all of them. Maybe some of them are good people. But again, if you are in network marketing and you are recruiting people, you are manipulating people. You are sharing false information. You are spreading misinformation.
No, I have never lied once in the entire time of what I've been in this business. I've never manipulated and I've never misled anybody with false lying information. So if you're calling me a liar, call me a liar. Please spot it out, expose it to my company, give one reference since I'm in this business, give one provable evidentiary reference of where I've ever lied to anybody in this business, send it right to my company and get me fired. Waiting on you. Ball's in your court.
No way you would be able to recruit someone if you were actually being 1,000,000% truthful with them.
Go watch all of my YouTube content on this channel. Spot one lie. Spot one lie about how much work you have to do, the truth of recruiting, how to do it, how to pitch, how to close, how to contact your warm market, your cold market, how to wind up never manipulating positively. You're an influencer. How to positively influence. Go ahead. Maybe it's time for you to educate yourself. 3 days in network marketing and all you do is you watch other people's content and put your makeup on while criticizing shit you have no idea what you're talking about.
So again, ignorance does not equal innocence. Knowingly or unknowingly, that's what you're doing. These people aren't, necessarily bad people. It's just, that's what happens when undue influence comes into play. Please understand that. Please do not attack these people. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed my little unofficial debate, since he says he invited everyone and reached out to everyone and he just heard crickets. Sir, I did not receive anything from you. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you would like. If not,
there you go. That's our debate. I appreciate it. You backed out of our debate. You told people you did not want to debate me on a platform where potentially I would use foul language. You wanted to spare your words. You wanted to spare your audience from my language. And what you told me privately was you had miscarriage problems with trying to conceive with your husband. So you had to back out of a debate and then you blocked me on social media. So this was our debate, is what it is. If you found value in this, great. If not, I would love to see in the comment section what you think I got wrong so I could learn and improve. But this is the standard for the network marketing and the anti-MLM crew debate on why it's a scam. All they can say, these are their main points. You are not a business owner. And 75% of people drop out because they fail. The word they use is fail. They make no money, and you have to recruit in order to make money. They say the only way you make money is you recruit. That's false. You sell. 75% of the people in whatever particular survey they pull from. Remember, they don't survey every single person who's ever been in network marketing. They survey 20,000 people. They survey 100,000 people. They don't survey that, right? They survey it's just like any other poll on the planet that you do. It's a select group of people. 90% of the people fail in this business. How many people did you survey? 10. There you go. They don't give that answer, and they never show the direct correlation between the hours worked, the subjective effort that was put in relation to the results that were given, and they never talk about how much time that they put in, the training they have, the experience they have, or anything else. It's always, I failed, I quit. The anti-MLM people are the equivalent of people, either male or female, who have dated, get their heart broken, and then say all men or all women are scum. and it's just purely their subjective experience at that time, and they're biased. I hope this had value for you. I'm going to continue doing these videos to make sure that you have a proper mindset coming into network marketing. And this will be the last time. They will never debate me. They will never take it up. They have no answer for the truth of what this industry is. You sell product or a service, you recruit others to sell that product or a service as well. That's all we do in network marketing. Guys, have any questions at all? 708-982-0974. I hope this helps, and I'll see you on the next video.